He told me to tell you to stay away from there. But don't listen to Tom Turkey. Get your new turkey fryer today. Also a full line of Lodge cookware. And keep warm with the Mr. Heater Turbo Heater. Heated vest jackets, hand warmers, faucet covers, propane, kerosene, and electric heaters. And they service kerosene heaters too. Pick one up today at Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Uptown Shelby. There's nothing like free service. Now that's hard to believe, unless you get free service from Shelby Heating and Air. Now for a limited time, get free service on same-day repairs, $200 or more from Shelby Heating and Air. Call for details at 704-487-7877. They're locally owned and operated and have been 5 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at shelbykia.com.
All right, welcome back into our whatsupshopper.com stadium pregame show here from Eastern Randolph High School, home of the Wildcats, Burton Cates Stadium, Shelby and East Randolph. This is round 4 of 6 potential rounds of the state 3A playoffs. In the other side of the West bracket, Jeff, we've got a showdown between a conference foe in Lincolnton and potential.
He averages 19 yards per completion, and he averages about 190 yards per game. He's got 17 touchdowns.
On the video of their playoff games so far, and if you want to know what Eastern Randolph looks like, remember the old Mandy's Trojans that the Golden Lions have played multiple times in the past. They've got that green jerseys with the gold helmets and the gold numerals. Looks a lot like the old Mandy's Trojans tonight. Shelby in their black pants, white jerseys, black numerals, gold helmets, as they've been the Road Warriors. We noticed former Shelby player Tyrese Williams making those hoodies, and a lot of the Shelby fans wearing those tonight because Shelby has had to go on the road since the second round, Jeff, and they're going to have to keep doing it all the way to the championship if they are to keep winning.
Unless there's a big upset tonight. If Shelby wins tonight and West Davidson upsets the Lincolnton Wolves, and Shelby would actually have a home playoff game next week.
Absolutely, but got to take care of business tonight first. And
yeah, if Shelby's worried about next week, they may not be in next week, because this is a very good team that they're going up against tonight.
Absolutely. Again, they come in at 10-2. Does Eastern Randolph? They've won against Northwood, Southwest Randolph, Northmore, Jordan Matthews, Union Academy, and Walkertown straight. Their only 2 losses at Union Pines and Ashboro, both in September, and they're on a hot streak right now. Again, coming in here 10-2. Shelby 10-3, and it's going to be a great one here tonight. Shelby's done with their warm-ups. They're heading back to the locker rooms. You see Eastern Randolph still out here. About 20 minutes till kickoff, maybe about 18 or 19 minutes till kickoff here in this fourth round matchup. And we'll come back. We're going to do our coaches conversation. Jeff's had some words earlier in the week with Coach Wilbanks. We'll do that. Then we'll have Jeff and Jakari team up for our Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain Player to Watch. We'll do all that after this break. You're listening to Shelby High Football, brought to you by West End Sales. This is our whatupshopper.com stadium pregame show.
Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Fallston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Fallston. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home now offers water cremations. It's time to call the Substation 2 in Shelby and get those party trays ordered for the big game or for your Christmas party. Available in a variety of sizes, and pickup for Christmas party trays will be 11 a.m. on Christmas Eve, December 24th. Call 704-482-1220 to place your order today. And come on in for the weekly specials. It changes every week. The subs are so good at the Substation 2. 611 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 till 8:30. And delivery is available by Uber Eats and DoorDash.
ho, 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 ho.
Do like dear old Santa Claus. He just purchased a new RTR Mustang from Tyndall Ford in Gastonia. He calls it a sleigh, but we know better, I think. And Santa saved thousands of dollars. Right now, only 5 2024 brand new Mustangs are left, and Cliff and Lyle says they gotta go. Save thousands, but that's not all. They have 2 2024 brand new Ford F-150 trucks left. Do like Santa, shop and save big now at Tyndall Ford, 1901 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at tyndallford.com. For 17 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that's why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting their website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Find great prices and great service, and they offer products in bulk. Family owned and operated for over 49 years, their friendly, helpful staff will assist you with all of your product needs. Webb Chemical and Paper is conveniently located at 2500 West Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 West in Shelby. Stop by and see them or call 704-482-4331. Check them out on the web at webbchemicalandpaper.com. There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westonsales.com. Like them on Facebook, too. Shop American, even when it comes to flooring. And Willis Flooring Shop in Shelby has a new selection of LVP flooring by Cortex, and it's American made. Also, pure grain engineered flooring. Yes, American made. Plus tile, carpet, vinyl, and more. And listed up installers, Willis Flooring Shop in Shelby has backer board, hand liners, sand, cement, corner benches, Schluter, and sundries. Head to Willis Flooring Shop, 2247 Kings Road in Shelby, open 8:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Like them on Facebook, too. Have you got a ping, pang, ding sound coming out of your car or truck? Well, then take it to A-Plus Automotive in Shelby. A-Plus Automotive does all types of automotive repairs, from tune-ups to an oil change, and complete diagnostic work. And they are a North Carolina inspection station with over 17 years of experience. See A-Plus Automotive in Shelby today. They also do AC and heater repair. Get her running today with a stop at A-Plus Automotive, 1900 Elizabeth Avenue in Shelby. See Charlie Heston today or call 704-482-0441.
All right, we're back, and now time to turn it over to Jeff and Coach Wilbanks for our coaches' conversation.
It's time for our weekly coaches conversation. I'm here with Mike Wilbanks, head football coach for Shelby Golden Lions. And first off, Coach, what an excellent ball game you played last Friday. Big victory at Mount Airy.
It was a huge win against a really good team, and we knew we'd have our hands full going in, but credit to our coaches and players for just executing. We executed the game plan almost to perfection. I mean, East Rutherford game, we came out of it worried about the kickoff team. That was our black eye from the East Rutherford game. This game, I thought we hit on all bases. And, it was great to go up there against a really good team, a really good program, 2 story programs going at it, and felt good to come away with a win.
Well, as a result of that, you get to practice the week of Thanksgiving, and that's one of the things that a lot of schools don't have a tremendous amount of history doing, but we do, fortunately, here. Tell us a little bit about what this Thanksgiving week does as far as practices go.
Well, the old cliche is if you practice it on Thanksgiving, you've had a good season. So we're practicing on Thanksgiving. We've had a good season. We want to continue that, but it's a lot of fun on Thursday, Thanksgiving night. Most teams teams practice Thanksgiving morning, but we'll practice on Thanksgiving night at 8 o'clock. It's late. Let the kids go see family, go do all that. It almost becomes like a reunion of sorts on that Thanksgiving night. Players who are home, former players are back in town seeing family. They'll all come out to practice. They'll all come in the field house and hang around, and we'll get to catch up. So it is kind of a tradition we get to enjoy that most teams don't. I was trying to think. I think this is my 20th season at Shelby. I want to say maybe four years I haven't practiced on Thanksgiving. One of those may have been the COVID season that we didn't play on Thanksgiving. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And, it's something we don't take for granted.
Coach Taylor used to talk about as you get closer to the Rose, which would be the state championship, the Thorns get a little bit bigger. And Thorns are indeed getting bigger. This Eastern Randolph team, a team, again, that we've never played before, and I think I'm right this week. I was wrong last week about Mount Airy. They really have some good speed, good size. Tell us a little bit about this team.
Yeah, we're kind of checking off boxes in the playoffs. I'd never been to Mount Airy. We did that last week. I've never even been to Eastern Randolph, so we're going to do that this week. And they got great size. I think their offensive line is really good. Their linebackers are really good too. It may be the best set of linebackers we've seen. I thought last week we probably saw the best defensive line we were going to see, but this week we'll probably see the best set of linebackers. And they pride themselves on playing just power football, trying to run the ball between the tackles. They'll throw it when they need to. The defensive line is not real big, but they're active. They move around, they slant. Linebackers do a good job of reading things and getting to the football. So it's going to be a tough game playing at their place. Never done that before, so I have to handle that adversity. But we've embraced the road warrior identity. We'll do it again this week and be the first playoff game we've had where it's real cold. So we'll see how we handle that.
So keys to a goal line victory.
Turnovers and penalties. Get to this point in the season, that's what it's going to come down to. Who makes the least mistakes? I feel like if we don't turn the ball over, limit our penalties, I think we got a good chance to come away with a win.
Well, we appreciate the chance to have a conversation, and good luck tonight. And hopefully we'll be able to do it again next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
When it comes time to buy a new vehicle, don't stick your neck out on some fast-talking car dealership or you'll end up like Tom Turkey. See the hometown guys at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincoln. And right now, save up to $4,000 on the Chevy Traverse, the GMC Acadia, or the Buick Enclave, and up to $7,000 on the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierras, all during the end-of-the-year blowout sale. Get the best prices of the year now at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street, Lincoln. Bring your car or truck back to life by taking it to Affordable Paint and Body Shop in Shelby, now located at 2230 Huey Church Road, just about a quarter of a mile from their old location, right across from City Electric. For over 16 years, Affordable Paint and Body Shop has been serving this area with the finest in paint and body repair. No matter what you drive, they can paint it, and they give free estimates and do insurance work as well. Drop by for your free estimate today or call 704-471-2122. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Affordable Paint and Body Shop, 2230 Huey Church Road in Shelby, right across from City Electric. At All Care Insurance Services, they take care of you. From auto to home to business, All Care Insurance can help. They've been helping North Carolinians save on their insurance since 1984. All Care Insurance Services is an independent insurance agency. They work for you, not the insurance carriers, finding you the best value on auto, home, and business insurance. Visit one of their offices near you. 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, 4835 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, and 7005 East Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. Online at goallcare.com.
We all hear about how good the barbecue is in Lexington, Greensboro, and in eastern North Carolina. But here in Cleveland County, we all know that the best barbecue is here. At Alston Bridges Barbecue, Kent and Linda Bridges and their family make sure the staple of their restaurant is the best barbecue. Your choice, pork, beef, or chicken, plus delicious sides, such as slaw, beans, fries, and hush puppies. The best since Alston and Mabel opened in 1955. Alston Bridges Barbecue, 620 Grover Street, right here in Shelby.
Alston Bridges Barbecue is now open 10:45 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Whether you've got 1, 2, 3, or even 4 kids headed back to school, the cost adds up. New clothing, new school supplies, and more. If back to school is adding up on you, head to Basic Finance in Shelby. You'll get grade A service at Basic Finance. Give them a call at 704-481-0111 and schedule your appointment today. See the friendly staff at Basic Finance, located at 306-2 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right across from Shelby High School. And remember, golf on Saturday, church on Sunday.
In Cleveland County, you might see me at a local sporting event, the Cleveland County Fair. We might cross paths at the grocery store or at the next benefit. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local professional when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on most. I'm Bert Costner. Call me at 704-482-2436 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And to learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money, be sure to ask for me, Bert Costner, 704-482-2436.
Call Bert Costner, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, today.
All right, we're back for our final segment of this What'sUpShopper.com Stadium pregame show. It's Shelby at Eastern Randolph. We're up here on the top of the press box here at East Randolph High School, and we've had the playing of the national anthem. You've heard the coaches' conversation. Jeff, now time, and Jakari for our Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain players to watch.
Well, we're going to go with the linebacking crew for the Golden Lions. So we're going to go with number 4, Landon Hollifield, number 13, Julius Brooks, and number, I'm having a hard time finding him. There you go. Thank you. Number 18, Grady Nodine. They do such a great job with the play-action pass and the running. And it goes without saying that the defensive tackles need to have a great game too. But if they do their job, then those linebackers can make tackles, Brent.
Yeah, and that fourth linebacker, 25 Dominic Woody. But you're right. These guys open up holes between the tackles, and both number 6 Kobe Walker and number 4 James Combs, they run hard and they run through arm tackles, and these guys can score right up the gut on any play. So the defensive line's going to have to kind of hold their blocks, and then the linebackers going to have to clean things up and not give up the big gains.
Right now, the captains are waiting to make their way to the middle of the field, and looks like number 24, that's Meadows Zeb, a senior, number 65, who is Peyton DeWitt, one of the offensive linemen, number 62, another one of the offensive linemen, Eber Castanon, and also number 1, Aiden Goodman. Those are the 4 captains that are going to make their way across the field for the coin toss for Eastern Randolph.
Yeah, Goodman starts at one of the corner spots, number 1. And, of course, Zeb, you'll see him at some wide receiver, but he's the other cornerback. The 2 safeties are Walker and Marcus Bowden, number 16. So this is a really good Eastern Randolph team, again, up front on the offensive line. You heard Coach Wilbanks talk about their size. We've only got size for 2 of the linemen, but they're the left guard, Eber Castanon, 5'9", 236, and left tackle Maddox Carson, number 51. He's 6'2", 245. I can tell you the 72 is bigger than all of them.
Yeah.
We just know he's 6'2". The center is Peyton DeWitt, number 65, and the right guard Eli Cox, number 50. And those are the hogs up front for the Wildcats. And they
have done a great job.
They have, and not a lot of guys going both ways. I mean, aside from Walker and who did I say, Combs, the 2 running backs, pretty much nobody else is going both ways, Jeff. So they'll be able to stay
Davion
pretty fresh.
Ford plays a little bit at wide receiver and in the defensive secondary as well, number 9.
Yeah, so he's another player to watch out for. And here comes the players out for the toss. And Jakari, what do you think the keys are for the Golden Lions tonight?
I think for Shelby, one is stopping the run, and it's something they've been doing particularly good this whole playoffs. Last week they played a great running back, and the week before against East Rutherford they played Pinkerton, and he was a really great running back. And the linebackers, like Jeff stated, coming downhill, having great gap integrity, and making plays, and continue to not allow explosive plays to happen to create negative plays. So I think one, stopping the run for Shelby, and for for their offense is, one, just continue to create running lanes for Jonas Woods. He's been a great running back so far, being a freshman, not shying away from the big moments. And they got to continue to run through him during this whole playoffs. And I think he's been over 100 yards in every playoff game so far, so I think they got to continue to run through him.
Yeah, I believe he's only 180-some yards away from 1,000.
Yep. So
and he's missed some of the season.
Yes.
So, I mean, for him to have this playoff run as he has, being so young and being able to develop him is so great at his age.
Yeah, I just think he's been the starting running back for just 6 weeks, and he's got 21 yards, or 180 or plus away from the 1,000 barrier. And Shelby will take the opening kickoff. Shelby will be going from our right to left towards the scoreboard, right to left from the home side, that is, that you'll be watching at home on video. So Shelby will get the ball first on the Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff, and we're pretty close to that Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff as both teams are ready to take the field for their traditional Shelby's pile, and I'm not sure what Eastern Randolph's tradition is, but we'll see it here shortly. Jakari's on both the video today and our third mic, so doing double duty tonight up here on the rooftop, and we're bundled up here, but we're excited for this fourth-round matchup.
Well, one of the things that Coach Wilbeck's mentioned in the coaches' conversation is how will we handle our first night in the cold, because it is cold.
Yeah, and it wasn't, at Mount Airy, it wasn't that bad last week, but tonight, much cooler. Temperature's going to be in the 30s, maybe even reach down to the high 20s by the end of the game, and so it's going to be nice and chilly here in Ramseur, North Carolina, as Shelby made the trek up here, as did we tonight. And that'll do it for our What'sUpShopper.com Stadium pregame show. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll come back with our Jam and Jay's Pizza opening kickoff after this.
Find out why more and more folks are going to Butler's Tire and Auto Repair in Kings Mountain for all of their automotive needs. With fall and winter coming soon, head to Butler's Tire and Auto Repair and have your vehicle checked over. Get your oil changed, get a new set of tires, check those brakes, and they are a North Carolina inspection station, Butler's Tire and Auto Repair, located at 404 East King Street in Kings Mountain, right across from KFC. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call 704-750-4645 for Butler's Tire and Auto Repair in Kings Mountain. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, we're back, and it's that time. It's time for our opening kickoff, sponsored by Jam and Jay's Pizza. Go see Jeff Walker and team over there. We appreciate their support each and every year. Back deep for the Golden Lions. Looks like zero Kendrick Raper. Kendrick in his hot pink cleats tonight, and Man Collins in his lime green cleats tonight, so we'll be able to tell those guys apart. Jeff, who's got it teed up? That's number 18, Joel Salinas. All right, he's the kicker. He's a junior. He's going to tee it up on the left hash.
Now, in their first two kicks in the game last week against Walkertown, they found a void right in the middle, just behind the front line. And they recovered that and scored a touchdown.
And now they're going to do a deeper kick, and it's going to go to Raper, taken from the 15, and he's going to come near sideline. Nice block there from Man Collins. He's at the 35, 40, 45. He's at the 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's going to go the distance.
Nope, they're going to call a crackback block.
Crackback way back at the 24-yard line of Eastern Randolph. So the opening kickoff taken back for a touchdown by Raper. It's going to be called back, but still going to be a nice kickoff.
Yeah, and that was one of those plays they really needed to make the block, but they probably made it a little bit too vociferously. How's that for a word?
Yeah, so the flag's down at the 24. I think that's a 10-yard penalty. It could be a 15-yard penalty because it's a personal foul. So it's going to take it 15 yards, but from the 24 back to the 39, I believe. And so on the opening play, Shelby has a big play, but it's negated by a 15-yard penalty. But I think the Golden Lions would still say if we could take the opening possession at the opposition's 39-yard line, they would take it.
Absolutely.
And so Shelby will start. They haven't marked off the penalty, but I believe this will be marked back to the 39, and it will. 1st and 10. Senior Land Farmer takes the field. Over 3,000 yards passing this year, over 9,000 for his career. He's the Cleveland County career passing leader. And on first down, he'll be in the shotgun. He'll throw it from the left hash. He's got a man over the middle. It's caught. Lorenzo Roseboro, 25 to the 20, and that's a gain of 19 and a gutter guys of Kings Mountain first down.
That was a beautifully thrown pass. I mean, there wasn't a lot of room to get that in there, and he did. So 1st and 10 for the Golden Lions right at the 20-yard line.
So Roseboro continues his stellar play. A big game with 2 touchdown catches last week. And on 1st and 10, it's the handoff to the freshman. He's dragged down behind the line of scrimmage by number 45, Kagan Brown.
Yeah, and Kagan Brown really impressed me as from his spot on the defensive end last week in the game that I got to watch against Walkertown. And so that's going to be actually a loss of 1, Brent.
It is going to bring up 2nd and 11 from the 21 of Eastern Randolph. 11:03 to go, first quarter, no score. Farmer to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to be flushed out to the right. He's running. He's going to throw it on the run. It's caught at the 5-yard line. That's Roseboro again. He's still on his feet. Now he's knocked down. This should be 1st and goal, Golden Lions inside the 10.
Yeah, and it looks like the officials are going to spot it way back at about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, he caught it at the 5, and he basically stayed on the 5-yard line until somebody just knocked him over to the 7. That's a really bad spot.
But that is another gutter guys of Kings Mountain first down.
14-yard pickup and 1st and goal from the 7
gutter
for the
guard.
Golden Lions. Yeah.
Gutter guard of Kings Mountain.
That's right.
All right, they went into the Farmer was the deep back in the heavy Wildcat set, and there wasn't any place to run, so he's going to pick up 1 yard, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 6. Very impressed with that front line for the Eastern Randolph Wildcats thus far.
Yeah, 2 runs, 1 for -1, 1 for 1, and so 2nd and goal from about the 6.5. And Farmer in the shotgun. He's got receivers to the right. He's going to step up in the pocket. Now he's going to throw it, and he's going to kind of complete it for a touchdown. Man Collins with the catch. And Shelby, that was a sidearm throw there, kind of in traffic, and he found Man Collins behind the defense wide open for the touchdown. Jakari, what did you see there?
I think Land Farmer did a really great job at keeping the play alive, and his receivers did a good job at being aware of scramble drill, and Man Collins coming up with a play in the back of the end zone and scoring for Shelby to get them on the board. I think it was a great first drive for them. Start fast in a playoff game where you're on the road. You're kind of the underdogs, and that's a good job by Shelby.
Matt Grenier with the Hojo Power Sports point after. It's good. Shelby 7, East Randolph nothing. 9:53 to go, first quarter on your No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Cars for all budgets are found at CarPro Auto Sales and Repair in Shelby. CarPro is family owned and operated, bringing you high-quality vehicles at very reasonable prices, like a 2019 GMC Acadia Denali with 96,000 miles for $21,495, a 2017 Ford Edge Sports Crossover for $16,500, or a 2020 Chevy Equinox LS for $14,495. See the entire inventory online at CarProShelby.com. CarPro Auto Sales and Service, 1520 South Post Road, Highway 180 South in Shelby, right across from Ingalls.
All right, we're back. Time for a Jam & J's Pizza kickoff. That was a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping 7-yard touchdown pass. Land Farmer to Man Collins, and the Hojo Power Sports point after is good. Short kickoff taken around the 30 by Eastern Randolph and returned out to about the 38. Actually, they're going to mark it
35
at the 35, so it was pushed out of bounds prior to that. So Wildcats will take over. They trail 7-0 as Shelby takes opening drive. 39 yards for the touchdown.
The 35-yard line. It'll be first down.
So it will be quarterback Cade McCallum. He wears number 3, and he will be in the shotgun. And it looks like Combs, number 4, will be the running back.
He was the running back that the first series against Walkertown.
Walker, the leading rusher, Combs, the second leading rusher. But I think you'll see both of them quite a bit, and you may even see Walker out at receiver a little bit. Man in motion, and it's going to be a play action. They're going deep on first down. They got a man behind the defense, but a nice play by Jaden Williams to knock it away, intended for Kanan Glover.
Yeah, Williams did a good job catching up. Number 2, Kanan Glover, he got a little bit of, he had a nice little post pattern, and he got a little bit ahead. But Glover also made a mistake. He jumped a little too soon, Brent. He should have taken another step or two, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. He jumped early, and Jaden Williams was able to time his jump a little bit better and get his hand in the face, and it falls incomplete. The ball was also in the air a long time there, and Williams was able to recover. 2nd down and 10, ball on the left hash. And it'll be a handoff to Combs, and he's picking his way through the tackles. That's where they like the yards. He's got 8 yards.
Yeah, nice hole. Big hole that time, and he's going to be almost 9 yards. That's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Tackle made by number 55, Malachi Hopper.
So great spot there as he got kind of an extra yard there. And
it'll bring up a
3rd down and 1 coming up. So 9 yards for Combs, and we saw him get big yardage last week, as did Walker. And Combs stays in the backfield, and they've got tight receivers to the right. Now they split out, and you've got 3 receivers left and 1 wide to the right on 3rd and 1. Ball at the 39-yard line, and handoff again to Combs. He's got the 1st down. He gets 6, and so he goes for 9 and then 6 more, and they got 1st down at the 50-yard line.
Yep, again, really impressed with the hole that he's getting to run through, because he's not being contacted till more than 5 yards down the field.
So fresh set of downs, ball squarely at midfield, 7-0 Shelby, 8:37 to go first quarter. They're going to throw it again, and again a lot of contact. They're going to get Derek Key for the ball was pretty much uncatchable. He threw it in no man's land, but Ravel and Key ran into each other, and Ravel goes down, and the flags
that'll be out. A 15-yard penalty for interference, and that's going to be another 1st down, and that's the 2nd 15-yard penalty on the Golden Lions. Now, but they're not dumb penalties, talking penalties or things like that, but it's still a pass interference, and that our penalty sponsor is Shelby Heating and Air of Shelby.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Key, it was a bad throw, or it was a miscommunication, and Key was running to where the ball was going. Receiver was running somewhere else, and they just collided as they were going opposite ways.
In high school, you're going to get that call, though.
Yeah, I mean, there was definite contact, but there was no way he was going to catch it. 1st and 10 anyway. Handoff to Combs. Right side, he's got a big hole. He's at the 30, 25, and inside the 20, all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 19. And Combs is just running right over the Shelby defense so far.
Yeah, really impressive.
Making the stop for Shelby.
We're down to 8:19 left in this first quarter. Golden Lions lead 7-0, but an excellent drive by Eastern Randolph.
And another 19-yard pickup, another gutter guard of Kings Mountain 1st down. I think that's 3.
That's 3, yes.
On this opening drive. Ball at the 16 of Shelby. And this time it's Walker up the middle, and he gets 6 to the 10.
Number 6, Kobe Walker. Up the middle.
And again, this is what I saw on film, Jeff, right between the tackles.
Big holes.
And big holes opened by that interior of the offensive line. 2nd down and 4. Ball at the Shelby 10. They can get a 1st down around the 6. And both teams looking really good on their opening drives.
No 25-second clocks that are operable here tonight.
Okay, they were in pregame, but not all of a sudden. Shotgun for McCallum, and he'll hand it to Walker. Walker dancing, and he'll get to the 5 and into the end zone touchdown from 10 yards out. And that was nothing but a bunch of runs right up the gut and resulted in a 10-yard touchdown run for Kobe Walker, and they're an extra point away from tying this one up with 7:12 to go here in the first quarter.
A tremendously impressive drive to answer that Shelby drive.
10-yard run by Kobe Walker.
6 plays. Yeah, 6 plays, and they go 65 yards. So you do the math on the average, and one of those was an incomplete pass. Point after, sponsored by Hojo Power Sports, is good. We're tied at 7. 7:12 to go first quarter. Back after this with a Jam and Jay's Pizza Kickoff.
Carolina's Commercial Realty is the only triple realty in Shelby, offering sales, listings, and leasings. Owner Rick Francis has been serving this area for 40 years with his insurance companies and now can offer commercial, residential sales, purchases, and leasing. Rick has been involved with many community activities and is here to help you with your commercial and residential real estate needs. Just call 704-477-2338 for Rick Francis and Carolina's Commercial Realty. Office located at 1230 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, Suite 5. Online at Carolina's Commercial Realty and Associates.com. 4 generations. Now think about that. 4 generations of serving our area, providing understanding, care, and comfort to help you through a difficult time. That's Cecil M. Burton Funeral Home and Crematory. That's over 90 years of experience, knowledge, and tradition. Their staff takes pride in the professionalism your family will receive. Cecil M. Burton Funeral Home and Crematory, 106 Cherryville Road in Shelby. Online at CecilMBurtonFuneralHome.com. Call 704-480-8383.
Jim & J's Pizza Kickoff taken at the 25 by Man Collins. He stumbles. Now he's at the 30, 35.
Oh!
Tripped up. And he'll be down at about the 37. And that was another near, big return for the Golden Lions.
Yes, it was.
Sorry about that at home. I missed going to the action play. And Shelby will start this drive at the 37. Their own 37. Last time they started at the Eastern Randolph 39. So Shelby scored on their opening drive, and then right away Eastern Randolph goes 5 plays and answers with their touchdown. We're tied at 7. Not even midway through this first quarter. And Farmer to throw on first down. Got a lot of time, and he overthrows Man Collins. First incompletion for Farmer. And that looked like either a miscommunication or it just sailed on him. I'm not sure. But Collins did a little curl, and he threw it a little deeper, and it just sailed over Collins' head and kind of landed it where nobody was, and now it's 2nd and 10. 3 receivers are stacked to the right, and they're going to turn and throw it to one of them, and that's Collins. And he doesn't have anywhere to go, and he's going to be tackled for maybe a yard gain, and that's it.
1 yard gains. This is a huge play for the Golden Lions. 3rd down and 9. And again, the thing that I've been tremendously impressed with is the front 7, both at their offensive line and their defensive line. They are really doing a great job.
Yeah, good tackling, and that play just, I don't know what happened there, but it kind of got, the throw went right in the middle of all 3 guys, and there was just too many bodies in there. Now on 3rd and 9, Farmer's going to throw, and he's going to go deep, and he's got a man behind the defense. It's dropped, and that's J.J. Williams. And that's 3 weeks in a row he has had a deep ball for a touchdown that he has not been able to hold on to, and J.J. not happy with himself, and got to get some better stickum on those gloves because he has had, that's the 3rd time he's dropped a home run ball, right?
Absolutely.
Delivered perfectly by Farmer.
4th down and 9. Golden Lions going to have to punt. 6:20 left here in the first quarter. Tie game 7-7.
And this is something we have not seen, Jeff. Shelby scored 9 straight times against Mount Airy, 9 straight touchdowns. Last week, 5 straight touchdowns. They've only punted with the 4th string in 2 weeks ago, and Lorenzo Roseborough shanks it off the side of his foot, and this is going to be about a 7-yard punt, 8-yard punt.
It's going to be an 8-yard punt.
And so remember, T. Hollifield has been the punter all but 1 punt on the season, and that's only Roseborough's 2nd time punting. And it's just an 8-yard punt, and East Randolph's going to take over up the Shelby 47-yard line. Not the drive Shelby wanted. A couple of miscommunication and a 1-yard pass, and then a dropped easy touchdown pass, and now Eastern Randolph saying, hey, we can take the lead here with a nice drive. Shelby 47-yard line, 1st and 10. It's Walker and Combs in the backfield with McCallum this time. Different look than we saw. And the second guy is Walker, and he's got a big hole. He's at the 40, 35, and maybe down around the 30-yard line, maybe even inside the 30 to the 28.
Absolutely fantastic blocking up front.
And they're going to say 29. So that's an 18-yard run, and Shelby's got to figure something out because not only are they giving up good runs, but they're giving up huge runs. They've given up on 6 plays, 9 yards, 6 yards, 19 yards, 6 yards, 10 yards, and 18 yards. And now another 1st and 10. from the Shelby 29. It's going to be a play action, and they're going to throw it, and they got a man. It's dropped, though, dropped by Ravel.
Really good coverage that time, though, by number 7, Calvin Ramseur. I mean, he was right there. It was a perfectly thrown ball, though. Shelby's gone to 5 down men up front now, trying to do something to stop that onslaught on the ground.
Yeah, Ravel had that. Would have been maybe a first down. He dropped it, and so now both teams with a drop. Of course, Shelby's was it was a big one because it was going to be a touchdown. But I expect J.J. Williams will catch the next one, and let's see what the defense can do here. They got a 2nd and 10, 2nd and long for only the second time tonight.
Again, Shelby 5 down linemen.
Just under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7, and they're going to hand it right side, and nice. The secondary comes up, and they can't get him down, but Kendrick Raper makes the first hit to slow down Walker. Then Hollifield hits him, and then he's forced out of bounds finally by Derek Key and Jaden Williams.
It's going to be a 2-yard loss back to the 31, but I tell you what, he did not go down.
11 from the 31.
So 3rd down and 12.
And I think this is probably 4-down territory, so can they get 12 yards in 2 plays? They've yet to complete a pass, but they've run it really well. But Shelby, again, with 5 defensive linemen, and then the linebackers behind them, 2 receivers left and 2 right. They're stacked. And they tried to get Shelby in the neutral zone. Shelby stayed put. Now they'll back in the shotgun. Combs is the running back, and a man in motion, and they're going to fake the handoff to the man in motion. Nice. They held. It looked like a hold, and they're going to throw it away. That could be a grounding call as well. So that was just a weird. It looked like Tyson Williams got held coming off the left edge.
Yeah, he definitely got held. They just didn't call it, but sometimes that's okay.
Yep, and then the quarterback rolled right and kind of just threw it out of bounds. But you're allowed to do that now.
You're allowed to do that now, yeah.
But I don't think the ball got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there's not all those rules are not in place in high school, though. So 4th down and 12. Big play for both teams. Tied 7-7 here with 5:39 to go in the first quarter.
Good pressure, though, by the Shelby front. Now they go back to a 4-man down lineman on the obvious passing situation. And again, Noah Gardner got held. His jersey got pretty much ripped off, and the ball's out of bounds. They finally throw a flag about 5 seconds after the play.
Well, Noah's trying to get his jersey back on his body. It was incomplete, so if it is a holding penalty, Shelby will decline that and take the ball.
And they do decline it. It was an incomplete pass. And so decline the penalty, and Shelby takes over on the incompletion. And, yeah, I was going to say, if they don't throw one there, maybe they're not ever going to throw one, because that was, to me, 2 plays in a row where obvious holds, one on Williams and one on Gardner. They got that one right. They called it on the hold on Gardner, but Shelby declines it. They take over at their 31-yard line. 1st and 10. No damage after the punt. And on 1st down, handoff to Woods, and he's again hitting the backfield. And
he's going to end up losing.
Well, the bad thing is they didn't blow it dead, or I couldn't hear them.
They didn't blow it dead, so then he got away and backed up another yard, so he's going to lose 6, maybe 7. This is a 7-yard loss.
Ball back to the 24-yard line.
So 2nd down and 17.
Down and about 17.
Well, one thing's for sure is the line play so far has been controlled very well in the run game by Eastern Randolph on both sides, and now Farmer's going to pass, and he's going to be, no, he gets the pass away somehow while he was being tackled, and the Judges Woods breaks the tackle. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, breaks another tackle. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. 10-5, pay dirt.
Wow. 76
yards on the little pass out in the flat, and he did just about every bit of that himself.
Well, what a great job of getting it out to him. It looked like Land Farmer was sacked, and he stayed up and made the throw.
Yeah, he had a guy around his legs when he threw it out in the flat, and then Woods, made a couple of guys miss. He hit that sideline, and he broke a couple of shoestring tackles, and he was gone.
Fine pass from
and not sure what's going on here.
We've got a timeout. Shelby.
All right, timeouts are sponsored by American Restoration. And,
Shelby's disputing the timeout. Oh, they're now saying it's an official timeout.
All right, official timeout. And so, no timeout called. Matt Grenier's on for the Hojo Power Sports point after touchdown. That was a 76-yard pass play from Land Farmer to Jonas Woods, the freshman, and that is a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown. And nice snap by Morgan, nice hold by Collins. Kick is good by Grenier, 14-7. Shelby with 4:35 to go, first quarter.
Sure, there's great service department specials at Marburger Chevrolet in Shelby. But before we get into those, we got to talk about the great deals on the new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 trucks. Now get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. Now back to the service. Saturday morning oil changes, $59.95. North Carolina inspections, $10 every day. Hey, pre-owned vehicles start at $9,900. Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, your hometown dealer, locally owned and operated, online at marburgerchevy.net. The Clay Barnett Funeral Home in Shelby gives you 5 reasons to choose aquamation over cremation. Aquamation is a gentle, dignified process. It's a process that uses 95% water instead of fire. 20% more ash remains are returned to the family. It is a green process with no emissions and no harmful greenhouse gases. And aquamation prices start at $25.95, and payment plans are available with credit approval. Consider aquamation, exclusively offered by Clay Barnett Funeral Home. Online at claybarnett.com with locations at 303 Pfeiffer Road, Kings Mountain, and 1401 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Is Noah Gardner.
Directional kick on the Jam & J's pizza kick by Grenier. And
that was pretty much perfect, Brent. I mean, he got it back to about the 25-yard line, and what a spot. I thought they knocked him out at the 30, but it's going to be the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Noah Gardner knocked the returner out. I couldn't tell where it was, but they spotted it at the 34, 1st and 10 Eastern Randolph. They trail 14-7 on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Appreciate you listening and watching tonight here on KTC Broadcasting. And now taking a while to get this play in. Shotgun McCallum. Walker is the running back. He'll get the carry, bounces it to the outside, back to the inside, and
he's
another
good.
Big run.
I tell you what, I thought they had him stopped at the line of scrimmage. He picked up 8 yards.
Both Walker and Combs do a great job of being patient. And sometimes you're like, what do you mean? Well, a lot of guys will just run right into that hole when it's not there yet. They let the lane open, and then they burst through it. And another 8-yard gain. So Walker has just had that 1 -2, but that was a big -2 on that last drive. Gets 8 that time, second down, 2 on the 43. About the 42-yard line. And now they bring a tight end in on on the right side, and they're going to throw it. And they're going to pump fake and then go deep. It's overshot. Intended receiver was Chance Holdaway.
And, when it's 2nd and 2 and you've done such a good job running, that's a good time to throw that pass, Brent.
It is. And because they're pretty confident they can get that 2 yards on 3rd and 2. And Holdaway just overthrown there. They tried to get – I can't tell who that was in coverage. I think 6, Kahari Corey. They tried to get him to bite on the pump fake, but he held his ground and stayed with the receiver, and then it was overthrown. So 3rd down 2 is the play. Walker is out, and in is Combs.
The big man.
I expect to see him here, and actually he is going to run it, and a big hole opened up. And
I tell you what, he just ran over.
He ran over Derek Key. Derek Key held on and was able to bring him down.
Takes the ball down to the 49-yard line.
That is the 5th gutter guard of Kings Mountain first down for the Wildcats in this first quarter.
Well, they're good enough that Shelby knew he was getting it. We all did, and he got 9 yards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you know a guy's getting it on 3rd and short and he gets 9 right up the gut, you're blocking well and you're running well. First down at the Shelby 49. And Combs comes out of his stance. I think we're going to get a false start there.
Procedural penalty against the Cats.
And that is the first penalty against the Wildcats. And that, again, our penalty sponsor, Shelby Heating Air of Shelby. So far, 2 penalties on the Golden Lions, both 15-yard penalties. Only 1 penalty against the Wildcats. So 1st and 15 now. Ball is on the Eastern Randolph 46-yard line.
Yeah, their first holding penalty was declined, and because that was on 4th down, Jeff, and Shelby took over. So it's 1st and 15, and this is what Shelby's got to do is get them behind the sticks and make them try to pass it if they can. But they're going to hand it off to Combs again, and
not much that time.
He's fighting, though. He's still got about 4.
Yeah, the thing is, when he gets not much, he gets 3 or 4.
Yeah, he got 3, so he didn't get a great spot, I didn't think, that time.
Tackle made by number 4, Landon Holyfield.
Second in about
12.
12, yeah.
We'll bring up a second down and about 12.
Ball is on the 49-yard line. They've got to get to the Golden Line 39. Second down, but what a nice football game thus far. And I got to be honest, the game's been somewhat dominated by Eastern Randolph, but the big pass play for the Golden Lions have got them up 14-7.
Yeah, definitely up front they've been the better of the two so far. Now this pack complete out in the flat, and that's Kanan Glover, and he's about a yard shy of the first down.
Yeah, he picks up 11 of the 12 that they needed.
Stop Landon Holyfield. Moves the ball down to the
You've seen Shelby run that play a lot over the years. So that goes for 11. That's the first completed pass by McCallum, and it goes for 11. 3rd down and 1, and it's Walker in the backfield, and he'll get the handoff, and he spins, and
he's going to get 2. He needed 1. He's going to get 2, so it will be a first down.
Yeah, he never did go down, but he got the necessary yardage. Another gutter guard of Kings Mountain first down.
That is enough for a cat first down.
So Walker's carried it 6 times for 42 yards, and Combs has carried it 5 times for 46 yards. So both guys over 40 yards on just 5 and 6 carries respectively.
Very impressive. And again, it all starts with that offensive line who's been a little bit better than I thought they were going to be, Brent.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the Shelby 38. They've been really good up front. Just 1 holding penalty, and that was on a pass play. And they're going to hand it off to Combs, and he's going to run left and
gets out of a tackle. Nope, ball's on the ground.
And Golden Lions say they've got it. And they do. Shelby with the fumble recovery. I believe it was 12, Jaden Williams, that came up with it. And so Combs gets 2 yards but fumbles it. And Shelby takes over.
46.4 seconds left in this first quarter.
So
ball's going to be on Shelby 36.
Turnovers, as you heard Coach Wilbanks say, turnovers and penalties. And Farmer's going to throw it empty backfield, steps up in the pocket, throws it sidearm. Collins, that's about 9, maybe 10.
To the 46-yard line is complete to number 1, Emmanuel Collins.
I tell you what, they're going to say it's 10 yards, so we'll take it.
All right, gutter guard of Shelby first down. Collins gets a 10-yard catch. I believe that's his 3rd reception here in the first half. And a fresh set of downs for the Golden Lions.
Empty set again.
And
tossed out in the flat. Once again, man Collins making his way all the way down to the 25-yard line.
It's another big play by the Golden Lions. Goes to the 21 from the 46.
Another gutter guard of Kings Mountain first down, and there's still 11.5 seconds left.
It's a 33-yard pass and catch and run after the catch.
That's probably going to be the last play. Golden Lions are actually in the huddle, so that's going to do it for the first quarter, Brent.
And after 1 quarter play, Shelby 14 and East Randolph 7 on your No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be back after this.
See why Cleveland Lumber Company in Shelby is known as the builder's choice. With fall and winter coming around, cold weather will be here, which can be hard on your home and decks. Protect them with products like Benjamin Moore paint, Cabot stains, and Ready Seal for your decks. Ready Seal is goof-proof. Even you can do it. And with fall here, pick up a new leaf blower. Plus, you'll find a full line of Makita tools. So protect your home with a stop in at Cleveland Lumber Company. 217 Airwood Street in Shelby. Online at clevelandlumbercompany.com. Yes, they are the builder's choice. When it comes to great seafood or steak in Cleveland County, it's the Creekside Seafood and Steak. There's no better place for hand-cut steaks, including filet, ribeye, T-bone, and New York strip. And now get 2 New York strips with salad and baked potato for only $35. And try their seafood from perch to flounder to shrimp to catfish and more. All served with your favorite sides. And they're open for breakfast Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The Creekside Seafood and Steak. 1025 Kaiser Street off Highway 74 East in Shelby. Open 11 to 8 Tuesday and Wednesday, 8 to 8:30 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and 11 to 2 on Sunday.
All right, we head to the second quarter. Shelby on the move. They got 1st and 10. Now they're marked it back at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 from the Cat 25-yard line.
And it's going to be a pitch to Kendrick Raper. That's going to go down as a pass, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to, and he makes a tackle. He makes one guy miss. He gets a yard.
I'll tell you what, Shelby was somewhat fortunate. They could have gotten a holding penalty on one of the offensive linemen. But I tell you what, I am really impressed at their ability to run the football. That's a good defensive front, Brent.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, and that is about a 1-yard pass. They marked it at the 21 on the catch by Collins, and when we came out and they ran it to the other side of the field, they marked it at the 25, so somehow he lost 4 yards and 1 yard for Raper. We'll bring up 2nd and 9. Farmer to throw again, steps up in the pocket, sidearm sling is caught by Raper at the 6'5", walks in the end zone for the touchdown. No yellow flags on the ground.
24 yards.
And Raper with a 24-yard touchdown catch after he gets the 1-yard reception on the previous play. So he gets the final 25 yards on 2 receptions, and Shelby leads 20-7, pending this Hojo Power Sports point after touchdown. 11:13 to go here in the second quarter. Matt Grenier in for that PAT. And that's a 3rd touchdown pass to the 3rd different receiver of the night by Land Farmer. Good snap by Morgan. Good hold by Collins. Kicks good by Grenier. 21 Shelby. To 7 Shelby with 11:13 to go. We'll be right back.
5 big tractor trailers have arrived at Cummings Furniture in Shelby, all loaded with mattresses, and all are now on sale. A queen set of Euro top mattresses for $339. Cushion firm queen sets $349. And listen to this: All Best, Signature, Catnapper, Benchcraft, and Ashley recliners. Buy one, get one free. Prices start at $699. That's Cummings Furniture Company, 410 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at CummingsFurnitureofShelby.com.
All right, we'll bring it back. They've been letting these guys kick off at about 40 seconds, and they're supposed to allow 60, so we'll come back. Shelby leads 21-7 on your No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. That was a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown pass, 24 yards to Kendrick Raper. And that was a 10-yard pass to Collins, a 29-yard pass to Collins, then a 1-yard pass to Raper, then a 24-yard pass to Raper. And the goal lines go 39 plus 25, 64 yards in 4 plays for the touchdown. Jammin' Jay's Pizza kickoff taken at the 33, and not much running room, tackled at about the 36. Eastern Randolph will start there. Jeff, the difference so far is Shelby punted, but they held on down,
the difference,
and then the turnover. And the one turnover Shelby converted.
From their own 37-yard line.
What a spot!
The spots have been interesting on both sides.
He never got to the 35. I said the 36, and they marked it at 38.
He got to the 36, but nowhere near the 38.
Nowhere even anywhere close to the 38. And you guys were watching at home. So, all right, 1st and 10. McCallum turns, hands it off. I think that's Walker, and he's tripped up at about the 39.
I'll give him out to the 41.
Yeah, excuse me,
41. Just
41.
beyond the 41, so that's a 3-yard gain. And again, Shelby's running the ball a little bit better, but there's just small holes that he's been able to take advantage of. And so, I was just so impressed with the running back last week for Mount Airy, and I still think he's better than these guys, but he didn't have holes to run through like this offensive line has given their running back.
Yeah, 2nd down 7. tight receivers to the left, one wide to the right. Walker stays in there. They're going to hand it to 2 coming the other way on the counter, and then a block on the outside by number 7. And
they got the flags down, and it looked like they had some holds, but we'll see if that's what they're going to call. It was a nice play, and I don't know that they needed to hold, but when you hold directly in front of the official, it's pretty easy to make that call, and that is what it's going to be. And it's 7 yards upfield, so it's actually going to only lose 3 yards with the 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, that was actually number 2, Kanan Glover, and that was a handoff, and that's the first handoff he's had in quite a while. He gets 7 yards on it, but then and so he basically got this
got 7, perfect off 10.
Yeah, he got the yardage you needed for the first down, but unfortunately the 10 yards will make it second down and 10. Yep. So second down and 10 for Eastern Randolph. The ball's at their 38, and there's 10:19 to go. A lot of time left here in the second quarter, and they turn around and hand it off to Combs, and finally going low, and Calvin Ramseur comes up from the secondary, gets him for a loss of a yard.
It'll be a loss of 1, so that's going to make it 3rd down and 11. Shelby came up in a run stunt that time, and that was, I think that might have been, I don't know who that was that walked up at the end of the line, but then Ramseur came like a shot out of the secondary to make the play.
Well, you got to say Shelby's adjusted some, because the last 5 rushes were 3, 2, 2, -2, and 3. Before that, it was like 8, 9, 18, 19, and now they're going to throw. McCallum's got a man deep behind the defense. It's caught at the 30 and dragged down at the 25.
And that time Ramseur was beaten, so big play.
Ravel, number 15, or I guess Revel, all the way to the Shelby 24.
That's the second post pattern that looked pretty good. That time he made the catch. Uh-oh. That's going to be a
there goes Cubby Walker through a huge hole, left side into the end zone, untouched for the numbers tax of bookkeeping touchdown run of 24 yards. And impressive Wildcat drive there.
You better believe it.
And now East Randolph back within a touchdown with 9:22 to go here in the second quarter. And I tell you, both offenses are a little bit ahead of the defense here tonight.
Definitely.
This is a Hojo Power Sports point after. It'll be attempted by Salinas. Good snap, good hold, kicks, plenty good. 21-14, goal line's on top. 9:22 to go. Back after this with the Jam & J's Pizza Kickoff.
Smiles are the specialty at Family Dental Care in Shelby. Doctors Jim Wilson, Paul McMurray, and Chase Price invite you to see them and their staff of well-trained professionals, all working together as a winning team to provide you with the highest quality treatment in a warm, caring setting. For your appointment, call 704-482-3281. Family Dental Care, 416 West Warren Street in Shelby. Online at shelbydentist.net. Family Dental Care. Remember, smiles is their specialty, and kids love them too. Is your home ready for the holidays? Now's the time to see Flooring America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Gastonia to get ready. Check out the new LVP waterproof flooring for only $250 a square foot. Check out the great deals on their in-stock inventory. If you need it covered, they've got you covered. That's Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, or Carpet One Interiors, 2757 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Get your home ready for the holidays today.
Salinas has it teed up for a Jam & J's Pizza Kickoff. Nice touchdown run of 24 yards by Walker. This is going to be taken by Raper at the 15. He's at the 20, 25. And across the 30 to about the 32.
Not pretty deep kick that time.
So
one thing about kicking in this weather is it doesn't go very far. And so that got back to the 15-yard line. So Shelby's going to start on their 32-yard line.
Yeah, it's not like the NFL where they have the kicking balls that they stick over by the heaters. These are the balls they're playing with. And there's an injury timeout for Eastern Randolph, so we'll take it with 9:14 to go here in the second quarter, and Shelby leading 21-14.
Here's some good news from Foothills Podiatry in Shelby. Foothills Podiatry would like to announce to their Medicare patients their new affiliation with Upper Line Health. This is the new service that will give their current and new Medicare patients the opportunity to stay healthy. If you are a traditional Medicare patient and are having foot problems, Foothills Podiatry is here to take care of you. Contact their office for an appointment. They look forward to having you as one of their patients. That's Foothills Podiatry, located at 707 North Morgan Street in Shelby. Visit them online at foothillspodiatry.com. Only 30 minutes away is your best deal on a Chevrolet. Listen up, Cleveland County. Did you know you're only minutes away from Fred Caldwell Chevrolet in Clover? It's people you know, like Wayne Gregory. He's been putting Chevrolets in driveways for years, along with Greg Good, who will help you with a payment that will suit your budget. They'll even come pick your car up in Cleveland County, take it to Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, and have it serviced and bring it right back to you. That's Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, Highway 55 in Clover.
Bowden, number 16, the injured Wildcat. And Shelby's going to have 1st and 10 as they start this drive from their 32-yard line. Farmer to throw, empty backfield, steps up in the pocket, delivers it a little bit low and a little bit behind Collins, and Collins still almost came up with it. Actually, that was Williams. And so, incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
9:08 to go in this first half, and it's been exciting.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, some big plays both ways. We've had one turnover by Eastern Randolph. We've had Shelby with one punt and Eastern Randolph turning it over on downs once. So both teams have been stopped. Shelby once and Eastern Randolph twice. That's the difference. So Shelby leads by 7. Now some movement as that play took a long time to get off. And
that's going to be a false start on the goal line.
Against the Lions.
So that'll back Shelby up 5 more and make it 2nd down and 15.
27-yard line. It will be a 1st down and 15 for 2nd down and 15.
And 9:08 to go. 2nd and 15. Ball now back at the 27-yard line. In motion goes Woods. And timeout, I believe, is going to be called by Eastern Randolph. So that'll be an American Restoration timeout on the field with 9:07 to go, 2nd quarter.
CF Moto is clicking on all cylinders during their clearance sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Law. Get financing as low as 0% and up to $1,500 cash back on CF Moto models. And check out the Suzuki DRZ 4S motorbike with financing at 4.99% for 36 months. And the Yamaha Let's Ride sales event is underway. Get 0% for 60 months or $3,000 customer cash back. Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Law, online at ncfullthrottlepowersports.com. Don't wait till it's freezing.
American Restoration. This is a timeout sponsor. They've served in the community since 1971, including Shelby and Hickory, providing 24/7 service in 23 counties in North and South Carolina. Online and more details at amrest.com.
2nd down, 15 for the goal lines after the timeout by Eastern Randolph. In motion goes Jonas Woods, and Farmer's going to throw. He's going to roll right, and it's going to be caught by Williams at the 35, and he's going to be tackled at the 36. Short of the 1st down, but did gain.
Got about 9 yards. They needed 15, so that's going to make it.
Line of scrimmage is now the 36-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and about 7.
3rd down and 7. Big play for the Golden Lions. Yeah, Shelby's gone completely empty. 4 receivers on one side and 1 to the right, and that's why Eastern Randolph took the timeout.
First catch by Williams. It's 9 yards. It looks more like 3rd and 6.
And we got another. One of the receivers moved a little bit early, so that's going to be another 5-yard penalty.
Penalty against the Lions.
So that'll back it up 5, and now Shelby kind of shooting themselves in the foot on this drive with 2 penalties and a drop, and now we're looking at 3rd down and 11. Ball back to the 31, got to get to the 42. Farmer's looked pretty good so far. He's only had 3 incompletions, and 2 of those were drop passes, so he's been pretty efficient. And on 3rd and 11, has time to throw. Still in the pocket, still can't find anybody to throw. Now he's going to take off and run, and he's going to get the first down. And he's hit on the sideline. Ball comes out, but I think he got 12 yards, needed 11.
Yep, needed 11, got 12, so that's going to be a first down for the Golden Lions.
And you got to credit Eastern Randolph because he had all day and a half to throw and couldn't find anybody open. But because so many guys were downfield, he had a big gap between him and the secondary. Once he got outside the pocket, he had the first down.
It's taking forever to move the chains, but it is a first down. And that's only the 5th first down for the Golden Lions. That's gutter guard of Kings Mountain, first down. The 2 previous penalties sponsored by Shelby Heating and Air of Shelby.
Ball at the Shelby 43, 8 minutes on the dot to go here. And in motion goes Raper. Farmer to throw. Again, lots of time, and he's going to throw it out in the flat to Woods at the 40, 45. He's nice open field tackle by Combs.
Yep, Combs made a great tackle at the 46. It's going to be a 3-yard pickup, but that was, if he hadn't made that play, it would have been about 23.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was similar to the other catch where Woods went 76 yards, but this time Combs trips him up. But positive gain for the Golden Lions. They're out to the 46-yard line. Got to get to the 47 of East Randolph. So that means it's second down, 7 yards to go. Farmer to throw again. Again, plenty of time. He's got a man open. It's Cole Wakefield. He's got the first down. Tackle made immediately, but
16
by number 16, and
Marcus Bowden.
And he was the injured player. And again, they don't give Shelby the forward progress. Wakefield makes the catch at about the 48. Is tackled backwards, and they mark it where he got tackled backwards too.
So it is enough for the first down now.
Yep.
7 minutes left in this first half. Empty set again.
And Farmer's going to roll left. Now back to the right. And again, all day throw. He's going to throw deep. And if he gets enough on it, this is a touchdown. I think it's simultaneous catch. And they're still, they are battling, wrestling for the football. And I think it's going to be a catch for Shelby inside the 10.
Well, if it's simultaneous, it has to be offense has the ball.
And who is it? I think it's Roseboro, or no, is that Ramseur or Roseboro? I can't tell.
Ramseur, I thought. First and goal. It's down at the 6. Well, he's laying on the 5, so he put it on the 6.
That was Ramseur.
I think the tie always goes to the wide receiver anyway.
Yeah, it does. If simultaneous possession goes to the offense. So first and goal for Shelby at the 6. Now Shelby's thinking about a little bit of a heavy package here. They brought in Hollifield.
And this is going to be a handoff, and Woods is going to take it in for the touchdown. That's 6.
Jonas Woods.
Brought in Landon for extra protection during the run on the interior.
Landon Hollifield with a nice block, and Woods from 6 yards out. And that's only his 3rd carry. He's been really good catching the football. But that's a 6-yard touchdown. Shelby back up 27-14 on that numbers tax. A bookkeeping 6-yard touchdown run by Woods. And now Matt Grenier on for the Hojo Power Sports point after. And Man Collins is going to throw the ball, and it's going to be caught for the 2-point conversion. It was a snap that he bobbled, and he picked it up and throws it. Was that Grady Nodine?
18.
Grady Nodine catches the 2-point conversion, and Golden Lions lead 29-14. 6:17 to go, second quarter. We'll be back.
They throw a flag here, and I don't know why they threw the flag.
Maybe there was some.
Might as well go to the commercial.
I'll be right back.
A small college town could be right for you. Gardner-Webb University is a private Christian liberal arts university in Boiling Springs that was founded in 1905. Whether you're graduating high school, transferring universities, pursuing an advanced degree, or returning to the classroom as an adult, Gardner-Webb has over 80 majors awaiting you. Become a part of Bulldog Nation. More at gardner-webb.edu. Make sure to catch a home running Bulldogs football game through November 22nd.
Is your home or business in need of a new roof or gutters? Look no further than Gutter Guys. Gutter Guys provides complete gutter and roofing solutions in our entire area, and even in Columbia, South Carolina. With over 22 years experience, Gutter Guys specializes in metal and shingle roofing, seamless gutters, and copper works. If your roof and gutters need some attention, Gutter Guys is here to help you. No job is too big or too small. So give them a call today at 704-879-4384 for Gutter Guys. Serving the Carolinas since 2003.
Help! Help! He's back in town!
Yeah, I'm back in town, and this town is going down. It's me, Clint Eatswood, and I can't be stopped. I eat all the wood I see, and there's nothing you can do.
Someone call H&H Pest Control. They'll stop Clint Eatswood.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Stop Clint Eatswood before he destroys your home. Call H&H Pest Control and Waterproofing at 704-482-2847. Online at hhpci.com.
Well, there was a penalty on the Golden Lions for unsportsmanlike conduct. Don't know what it was, but that's going to force the kickoff to go back to the 25. So it's going to be excellent field position for Eastern Randolph. You know, that's the thing we've been talking about. The Golden Lions had not been making those mistakes for those 15-yard penalties.
They've got 3 15-yarders tonight, but a couple of them were just aggressive
15-yarders
that, you can accept. Jam Jay's Pizza kickoff, and Grenier's going to try to nail this one deep. Taking it to the 27. And nice hole opens up, then a nice tackle as Julius Brooks goes low and makes a tackle at about the 44, 45-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
That was a 48-yard kick, which is about as deep as Grenier can kick it. And it was decent coverage. It's going to be, the ball's going to be at the 40, just never can tell until they put it down, 43.
All right, Eastern Randolph, 43-yard line. They got plenty of time, 6:11 to go, 2 timeouts. They trail 29-14. They get the second half kickoff. They need to score here and try to keep pace with Shelby, who's scoring and up by 2 scores right now. McCallum's going to hand it off. I think that's Walker. This time T. Hollifield helps close in and shorten the gap there. And now some talking, and you can see Shelby going to their teammates and saying, hey, guys,
can't have that.
Quiet.
46-yard line.
I tell you what, they hit him at the line of scrimmage. He picked up 3 yards.
2nd down and 7.
He runs hard. Everybody in that backfield runs hard.
Yeah, they got quite the tandem back there, and it's 2nd down 7, ball at the 46 of Eastern Randolph. Clock's running. And McCallum's going to throw. He's going deep again. He's got Revel again behind the defense, and he's caught it. He's at the 20. The 15 gets a block. 10, 5, touchdown, Revel. And that's twice he's gotten deep and made the catch. This is all the way for the touchdown. And how about the big play? 54-yard touchdown pass.
What's Revel's name?
He's number 15, Caden Revel.
Touchdown, Cats.
And how about that answer? It only took 2 plays, and now Revel's got a 40-yard catch and now a 54-yard touchdown catch, and he's got 2 catches for 94 yards. Somebody guard that man as he got wide open for the second time. Hojo Power Sports point after by Salinas. And I was wondering if they might go for 2 to try to match Shelby's, and they're going to kick it. And this kick is up, and it's good. 29-21, Golden Lions. Still 5:26 to go, second quarter. We'll be back after this with a Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff.
Santa has brought not 1, but 2 big truck sleighs of scratch and dent appliances to Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. And with a wiggle of his nose, they were unloaded and priced to sell in their big showroom. Appliances by GE and Samsung. All appliances, refrigerators, washers, dryers, freezers, ranges, and more. And get a full 1-year factory warranty, too. Check them out today at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up. Are you cooking for Thanksgiving? Then check with Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain about a new Traeger grill. And Hometown Hardware has all of your Traeger barbecue sauces and rubs. Also orange brine and turkey rub kit. And during this time of Thanksgiving, everyone at Hometown Hardware appreciates your business, but they value your friendship even more. Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue in Kings Mountain. See Mr. Bolt, Howard, or Kyle, and leave with a smile.
Salinas with a Jam & J's pizza teed up, and they're going to kick it, and they're going to kick it deep, and it's going to go almost over the head, but caught at the 20-yard line. That's Ramsor. He's at the 25, slips a tackle, 30, 35, 40. He's hit the sideline, 45, all the way out in the midfield with that return.
Flag down at the 39-yard line.
The dreaded flag on the return, and that's going to be most likely on the Golden Lions. And the Golden Lions with, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the sixth penalty against just 2 for Eastern Randolph. 3 15-yarders as well in that mix. And it is a penalty on the Golden Lions all the way back to 39. It's a hold, so that's right about where Ramsor slipped the 2 guys in between the 2 guys. And that's a 10-yard penalty, and Shelby will start this drive on their own 29-yard line. They lead 29-21 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky of Cherryville scoreboard.
5:15 left in this first half.
Big plays for both teams in the passing game. And Farmer's going to throw it, and nice block. There's almost nobody to block because they got so many defenders out there, and the throw is high, intended for Collins, incomplete.
For number 1, Emmanuel Collins.
And we got another flag down, and that's generally where a holding penalty is called.
All the way back at the 23-yard line. The funny thing is they only rushed 3, and there was 2 guys for Shelby that didn't even have anybody to block. They were looking around for a guy to block. And they had 8 guys in coverage. That's why he couldn't find anybody for so long. And they're going to call a face mask on the offense.
Against the Lions.
A personal foul face mask on the offense. So that's a 15-yard penalty, and now the penalties are really starting to pile up here.
That's one of those situations where it's probably like the hands to the face that you see in the NFL.
Well, the problem is they went to the spot of the foul. I'm not sure what they're doing here. The ball is at the 29-yard line, and they're putting it down on the 22. Even if it's half the distance, they got to mark off 9 yards.
Penalty takes the ball back to the 14-yard line.
All right, so they mark off all 15.
It can't be a 15-yard penalty to the 14.
That's what they called.
And now they're going to talk about it because you can't have a 15-yard penalty ends up on 14. So it's only a half-yard difference, really, is what it should be.
Well, they're going to get it right when it's all said and done, I'm sure. My question is, was that a dead ball after the incompletion, or was it during the play?
It was down. The flag was down when the throw was missed. So
it should be first and 25 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, Golden Lions are making it tough on themselves.
So it will not be an incomplete pass.
Well, there's.
It should be half the distance.
Well, it's going to end up being.
It should be on the 15. There we go.
All right, they finally got it close to right.
Move the ball up to the
14-yard penalty is what
somewhere.
Yeah, first and 24. The announcer. The ball's going to be somewhere.
Make it the
All right, ball on the 15. It's going to be first and 24, because that was during the play. First and 24 from the 15-yard line. Shotgun, empty backfield. They blitz late, but the pass is complete to Wakefield. Breaks one tackle. He's at the 30. Breaks another tackle out to the 35. Wow, he gets about 20 yards back, and now a late penalty comes out
There's a flag on the play.
as Wakefield and the DB that tackled him were having some words. And let's see, I think, I'm not even sure what's going on. They haven't even marked the spot yet. Now they're marking it at the 35. So it's 4 yards short. It's just a 20-yard catch by Wakefield. Now there's a penalty.
They're going to lose
So 20-yard pass, and guys got to keep their cool in a game of this magnitude.
And it's going to be a dead ball foul, so that's going to mean.
So it's a 15-yard only against Shelby. It's not a offsetting. So now he gets a 20-yard catch, but then he gets a 15-yard penalty. And when it's all said and done, it's going to be.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Lions takes the ball back to the 20-yard line.
So now it's 2nd and 19 because.
I know Coach Wilbanks is saying, now, wait a minute. If these two guys are tangled up, why is the penalty on my guy? And it's a good question. Of course, now we weren't down there. We don't know what was said, exactly what happened.
I think the problem is because Wakefield stood up and threw the first down symbol, and I think they're trying to call that unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, they just did a first down symbol back in the first quarter themselves, so those are always interesting. And it wasn't a first down either.
Yeah, it wasn't even a first down. So the White Hats saying, let's go. All right. 2nd down, 19. So they get a 20-yard catch, then they get a 15-yard penalty. So it's basically a 5-yard gain now. Farmer's going to go deep, and he's underthrown, but it comes back and making the catch, I believe, is Man Collins.
Wow.
And he does at the 43 of Eastern Randolph. Holy cow.
So it's a first down.
This is not good for Shelby.
38 yards. Collins a little bit slow to get up, Jakari, wasn't he? Or no, he's still in there.
It's not good because I see Lorenzo Roseboro in crutches on the sideline, so they can't afford to continue to let the receiver goes down.
So keep an eye on Roseboro injured here. 1st and 10, though, on the 38-yard catch by Man Collins. 3 receivers stacked to the right, empty backfield. Farmer's going to throw. He's got Collins again for about 5.
Number 1, Emmanuel Collins.
And it's almost like Shelby's just saying, hey, we're going to send 5 receivers and see if you can cover us.
Pick up a 5. It'll bring up a 2nd down.
That's all what empty formation is. They're just trying to stretch the defense out wide and make them guard out on the perimeter instead of them stacking the box and give them something to decide what they're trying to do.
6 catches in the first half from Man Collins.
2nd down and 5 for the Golden Lions.
Ball at about the 38. And, again, time to throw, but this time flush out the pocket throw. They're going to call a hold, I think, back here in the backfield.
Flag on the play.
Ball, he was kind of getting grabbed, and he threw it, and he was short because he couldn't get anything on it. But while he was throwing it, the flag came down in the offensive backfield. It's going to be a hold on Shelby, so another penalty on Shelby. And, gosh, 2 penalties on Eastern Randolph and 9 on Shelby now? 8 on Shelby. So it will be 2nd down and 15 for Shelby. Good news is Shelby's been able to make up the penalty yardage with big plays so far. Ball back at the 48-yard line of Eastern Randolph. Now
2nd and 15.
Defensive substitutions for the Wildcats. But 2nd and long.
Not sure exactly what's the holdup right now.
Yeah, they have not spotted, or they spotted the ball. They have not blown the whistle to allow the Golden Lions to start the play clock. And now the White Hat is put the ball in play. So Jonas Wood's back in, so they finally got somebody in the backfield. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 15. Farmer's going to throw. He's got pressure. Now he's going to roll left. He's going to throw it short. It's caught. And then the run after the catch is made close to the first down, but a couple yards shy.
Nope, it's going to be about 4 yards shy.
Number 11, Tyler Tate on the receiving end.
Wow, Tyler Tate.
In. So 3rd down and 4.
We'll see him make the stop.
So it's going to be 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, just inside of 3 minutes left in this first half.
11-yard catch for number 11, Tyler Tate. And big 3rd down play here, probably 4 down territory. Farmer empty back And he's going to run, and he's going to get the first down. He's at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Bulldozes his way to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. Land Farmer.
36 yards, I believe.
Yeah, 36 yards on the rushing touchdown, and Shelby up 35-21.
With a touchdown run.
How about Farmer doing it with his legs? Shikari, he showed a little bit of speed for a big guy, and the power right there at the end.
Having to utilize his legs, climbing up in the pocket. That's a good job by him, knowing and being aware of the situation and getting that touchdown for Shelby.
Matt Grenier is going to kick the Hojo Power Sports PAT in the holder this time, Kieran Thurman. And the kick's good. Shelby 36, Eastern Randolph 21. 2:33 to go. First half. We'll be right back.
36.
Go! We're going down to the Honda shop. I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
Get on your Honda and ride red during the Ride Red Summer Sales Event at Honda Motorcycles in Shelby. For over 45 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area with sales, parts, and service. And now get low-rate financing during the Honda Ride Red Sales Event. Use your bonus bucks on accessories, a down payment, or the Honda Care Protection Plan during the Ride Red Summer Sales Event. Going on now at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com.
For over 60 years, through 3 generations, Hoyle Plumbing has been the reliable source for all your plumbing needs. Whether residential or commercial, our skilled technicians can handle your every plumbing issue. Rather tackle the job yourself? Hoyle Plumbing has a parts counter well-stocked and open to the public with knowledgeable people to answer any plumbing question you may have. Reach out to us today at HoylePlumbing.com. That's HOYLE Plumbing.com. Your hometown plumber for over 60 years, Hoyle Plumbing is here for you.
Grenier's kick goes out of bounds, and so question is, are you going to make them kick it again, or are you going to take it on the 35? 2 minutes and 33 seconds left.
I think they're going to make him re-kick it, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, Grenier's still out there.
I think the coach is saying they want the 5-yard penalty from the 32, but we'll see. When it goes out of bounds, you can take it to 35. I also think you can have a 5-yard penalty from the point that the ball goes out of bounds. And if it went out of bounds at the 32, the ball would be spotted on the 37.
The penalty is against the Lions.
All right, so I have some inside information if you want to talk about the 100-yard dash. Kobe Walker, 11.8 in the 100. Man Collins in 11.68. And Revel, 11.94. But he runs in the low 24s in the 200 and a 54 and change in the 400. So solid times by a lot of these players for sure.
Can the Golden Lions get a stop here before halftime?
So line of scrimmage is the 37. And handoff Walker. This time nowhere to go. Malachi Hopper. A little bit of help from Noah Gardner.
Noah Gardner in there to make the stop.
So second down and 10. Now what Eastern Randolph has done is they've got the Golden Lions in some man coverage, and they've killed them with the post pattern. When you say that's what we've been seeing, Jakari?
Yeah, I absolutely think that too.
The post pattern has been open, and Shelby's having to put so many men up on the line of scrimmage to stop the run that the play-action pass has really opened up that post pattern.
No gain on first down, second and 10. Clock under 2 minutes and running, and they're going to throw it again. They're going to throw a jump ball on the outside, and again, the catch is made.
Wow. I mean, a perfect throw and a great catch.
Number 7, Chance Shelby.
And got an injured, maybe the quarterback that was rolling on the ground. It's his left arm that he's flexing, but it is a big first down.
That was Chance Holdaway all the way down to the Shelby 25-yard line. That's a gain of 38 on the pass play, and man, they are beating Shelby deep. That's the third time in a row. 40 yards, 54 yards, 38 yards on their last 3 passes, all completions.
And the Eastern Randolph coach is asking a good question. Why was the clock running? Because they said he went out of bounds when he caught it. So they should put more time back on this clock.
The clock shows 1:24. Let's give you some scores. Lincolnton leads West Davidson 28-14. South Point and Crest tied at 14. Murphy leads Corvian Community 42-27. Starmount 42-14 over Mitchell. Robbinsville leads South Davidson 21-0. Maiden 14-7 over High Brighton.
They do put time back on the clock. There's 1:37 left in the first half.
1st and 10 from the Shelby 25. Walker right side picking his way. He's at the 20 and down to about the 19.
And you know what Eastern Randolph's saying is, let's score this touchdown and get the opening kickoff and score another touchdown and be tied.
And give Shelby no time. That's exactly what they're doing, and Shelby's got to stand strong.
2nd and 4.
First down.
2nd down, 4, ball at the 19. Can get a first down at the 15. Man in motion is Glover. They're going to throw it. Pressure comes from the backside. He steps out. Now he's going to roll to the left. He's throwing it. Revel high. A little bit of contact. No flag comes out. That time I thought maybe there was a little bit of hand.
No, I thought there might have been a holding penalty. Now, Coach Hollifield up here is asking for a different holding penalty. Because they are really grabbing a lot of cloth on their offensive line.
Yeah, well, like everybody's witnessed all year, when you play Shelby, number 10 and 24 off the edges get by the tackles every time, and they probably get pretty frustrated because they probably get held about 13 times a game and it gets called maybe once or twice. Big play here, 3rd down, 4.
Got a tight end that you need to watch.
And handoff, and Walker breaks the tackle. He's got the first down, and it's going to be Mabe, and they're going to get 1st and 10 at about the 12.
Down to the 12-yard line.
Gutter guard of Kings Mountain, first down. 46.5 seconds left.
7-yard run.
First down, Cats.
12 carries so far for Walker. In motion again goes Glover. They're going to throw it. He's got time. He's running backwards. He's rolling right, rolling right, rolling right. Here comes Landon Hollifield. He throws it out way out of bounds, about the 4th row of the track over there. And again,
tremendous holding, and they just don't call it.
2nd down, 10. The ball at the 12 of Shelby.
The way I see it, I think they've still got 2 timeouts, so they can run the ball.
Yeah, 2 timeouts, 30 seconds, 30.0, so they got time.
Pass is incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd down.
And as you said, Jeff, they want to get this in and then steal a possession by getting the second half kickoff and get a 2-for-1. Shelby's like, can we stop them here? 30 seconds to go. 2nd down, 10. Ball on the Shelby 12-yard line. In motion, and they're going to throw it. McCallum back. This time a lot of time. Now pressure late. They grab Noah Gardner.
They're going to call it.
And the pass is complete on the sideline but for 1 yard.
But they are finally going to call it. And that's good because Coach Aubrey Hallfield is about to come off the top of the press box.
The thing is, the only 2 they've called are when they've literally pulled his jersey off.
Yeah.
That time, again, his jersey was halfway off his body, and they finally called it.
It's a flag in the secondary as well.
And there's a flag at the goal line. And the catch was made at almost at the line of scrimmage. He had gone that far backwards that pass only got to the line of scrimmage. I think it was a 1-yard gain.
Holding against the Cats.
And then holding against Shelby, offset.
Offsets penalties.
But 21.5 seconds left. It's still going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, offsetting penalties. We'll replay that down.
Replay 2nd down.
Watauga leads Sun Valley 21-14. Brevard leads Pisgah 13-7. And Hickory and Robinson are tied at 14 all. Thanks for those scores, Kevin Hastings. 2nd and 10. McCallum, shotgun. Walker to his right. He's going to throw. Walker stays in the block. They got the screen set up, but guess who's right there?
Brady Nodine.
Nodine along with Hopper. And that's actually going to lose about 3. And the clock's
timeout called by Eastern Randolph.
So that's an American Restoration timeout for the Wildcats with 12.9 seconds left. We'll be right back.
It's time to close that pool. Get it done right. Get it done by a professional from Innovative Pool Designs in Kings Mountain or Belmont. Have it winterized with the right amount of chemicals so it'll be ready to go next spring. And with Old Man Winter around the corner, Innovative Pool Designs has those hot tubs and saunas. Visit the locations, 629 East King Street in Kings Mountain, and now open at 6426 Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. Online at ipdnc.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
American Restoration is our timeout sponsor, serving the community since 1971, including Shelby and Hickory, providing 24/7 service in 23 counties in North and South Carolina. Online and more details at amrest.com. 12.9 seconds left.
And
3rd and 13 from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, they got 2 plays to get basically 15 yards is what they need for the touchdown, and they got 1 timeout, so they can get 2 plays off pretty easily here. They're going to throw it. Combs stays in, and now big hit, and the ball's up for grabs, just picked off in the end zone, and running it out and fumbling it is Corey. And why not just down it in the end zone? And I know he probably thought he could run that a ways, but Kahari Corey, 2 weeks in a row, comes
now, wait
up.
a minute. Are they going to call roughing the passer?
He literally hit the quarterback
he was throwing the ball.
Are you serious? Wow. I mean, it was a that's why the pass was so short, because he got hit. He got really hit, though, as he was throwing.
Yeah, but it's not a penalty for hitting the guy too hard as he's throwing the pass.
There's no way, bro.
Well,
well, I mean, I don't know what else they can call. I mean, where the penalty flag is thrown is right where the quarterback got nailed by Gartner. And I don't know what else you can call other than it was roughing the passer.
The penalty is roughing the passer.
Are we serious?
They're saying it was a blow to the head.
Hit him in the chest, but again, we weren't down there. So at 0.8 of a second, time for 1 play. So what do you do if you're Eastern Randolph? I think you take a timeout to think about it.
Well, the coaching staff for Shelby's pretty livid up here because that's 9 penalties on Shelby. That's the 4th 15-yarder. And, I mean, there's been 2 holdings called, only 1 accepted, but there's been some potential holdings that weren't called. And, of course, that call right there, I mean, if you guys are watching it live, you saw the hit. I mean, could have been a hit to the head, but it looked like he didn't. He hit him really hard. Let's put it that way.
We're Shelby guys. So,
Corey, what was your thought? I mean, you're on the camera there.
I think everybody saw what I saw, so I think he hit him as soon as he let it go. So it's just.
And he didn't even finish the tackle. I mean, he hit him and he pulled back. It was a vicious. I mean, he hit him hard. But he didn't drive him to the ground.
This is such a crucial play in the game right here, because that right there can send Shelby in the halftime with a 2-score lead. Now you're giving them another opportunity from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it negates a turnover.
Literally. And now if they score, now they're going in the half, getting the ball with a 1-score game.
And they got momentum, and they're saying, we got away with one, and
they can run this.
Yeah, they can run it. They're at the 8-yard line.
And they've got and Shelby's going to take a timeout and talk about it now.
All right, let's take it here. American Restoration timeout by the Golden Lions with 0.8 seconds to go. We'll be right back.
With a rich history spanning nearly 100 years, James River Equipment is known for its deep-rooted partnership with the iconic John Deere brand. From large-scale farming to residential mowing, James River delivers the right equipment for every task with a focus on quality, reliability, and affordability. Bring your outdoor spaces to life and choose the brand that understands your world. James River Equipment. Visit jamesriverequipment.com to find the location nearest you. James River delivers.
Bring the family.
This is American Restoration Timeout sponsor, serving the community since 1971, including Shelby and Hickory, providing 24/7 service in 23 counties in North and South Carolina. Online and more details at amrest.com.
We're going to have a first. Well, actually, it's still third down.
There's one play. Basically, there's one play. If Shelby stops them from scoring, they're going to have a 15-point lead. But if they score, and it looks like they could run or pass out of this formation.
It's 3rd and 6 from the 8-yard line. They've got Walker in at running back. Shelby's showing that the linebackers are creeping up to the line of scrimmage. Tight bunched receivers on the right. They're going to throw it, and there comes. They're going to throw it out in the flat, complete to Walker, touchdown. And Gardner's saying, I got held again, and you didn't call it. And after the roughing the passer call and the extra play after the Shelby interception is negated, it's a touchdown pass, 8 yards to Walker. And this Shelby lead is cut to 36-27. But, man, if I'm a Shelby coach, I'm not real happy right now with the series of events on that last couple of plays.
Number 18, Joel Salinas.
Especially this deep in the playoffs where, it's a season on the line with those kind of calls. Salinas in for the Hojo Power Sports point after to cut it to 8 if he connects, and the kick's up. It's not his best kick, but it's good. And that's the last play of the half. 36-28, Shelby leads as we go into the half. We'll be back after this timeout for our halftime show sponsored by Gardner-Webb University. Back after this.
Bring the family out for a night of great food and fun at Jam & J's Pizza Factory in Shelby. They're open Tuesday through Sunday. Try their big buffet and salad bar. You're going to love it, with special pricing for seniors and kids. The kids will also love the big game room. This Christian-based company is locally owned and operated. You can order online at jamandjspizza.com. Take out, curbside, or delivery, all available by calling 980-303-2792. Jam & J's Pizza Factory, 1011 Grove Street, off Highway 74 East in Shelby. Applying for a car loan has never been easier than now at Jeff's Auto Sales in Lincoln and Shelby. Just apply online and get your financing pre-approved. Just go to jeffsautosales.com. And remember, they are the home of the $500 down payment. And shop online for your next vehicle. See the entire selection, pick out the one you want, and just apply online. That's Jeff Auto Sales, 3081 East Highway 27 in Lincoln, 4490 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Again, apply online at jeffsautosales.com. Buy here and finance it all here with Easy 123 in-house financing at Kimbrell's Furniture in Shelby. Check out their holiday gift guide with early Black Friday deals. Twin, full, or king-size bookcase beds, your choice for $449. Check out the Bluetooth final turntable with speakers and stereo soundscape, only $68 per month. At a big cozy fireplace with Bluetooth speakers, $98 per month. At Kimbrell's Furniture, 300 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, celebrating 110 years. Online at kimbrells.com. Yes, Cleveland County, there is a local Ford dealer in our area that wants to be your go-to for your next Ford, and that's Legendary Ford in Forest City. First of all, Legendary Ford in Forest City is locally owned and operated by folks that live right here. Plus, they offer the best in service. You get service after the sale. Locals serving local folks just like you. That's Legendary Ford, 565 Oak Street in Forest City, online at legendaryford.com. The Drive into Fall event is underway at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby, putting performance in your hands. Just announced, finance and get 0% APR for 72 months or $7,750 retail cash allowance toward the purchase of a brand new 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona. For details, see Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby during the Drive into Fall event. Make tax time easy on yourself by seeing Mark Patty and Associates in Shelby. Whether individual or corporate, they can help you with your tax preparation with professional service. And for businesses, they do bookkeeping and payroll. Mark Patty is an enrolled agent, and they can help with Medicare supplements, life insurance, and long-term care. Make tax time easy. See Mark Patty and Associates, 724 South Morgan Street in Shelby. Call 704-471-1414 for Mark Patty and Associates.
Who's the full-service insurance agency that can process all types of insurance? The answer, Max O.B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They represent over 20 major insurance carriers, quality and top names like Auto Owners, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Liberty Mutual, and Travelers. Max O.B. Hamrick, dedicated to its customers just like they've been since the 1950s, and also dedicated to Cleveland County high school football. Offices in Shelby and Boiling Springs. Manager Bill Daves invites you by.
Charlotte Realtors can talk till they're blue in the face about Gaston County, and they won't scratch the surface of what Moss Realty knows. Moss Realty has been serving Gaston County and the surrounding counties for over 25 years. Owner Warren and his team know the quality of life this side of the river. When it's your time to buy or sell a home, trust the real Gaston County experts at Moss Realty. They'll use their personal knowledge of the community to help you find your perfect home. Connect with them at 704-865-5555 or online at mossrealty.com.
You guys having a party too? Yeah, just having some friends over for the game. Is that safe? More plugs, more power.
You're all ready for the game. 4 new outlets, all with USB, and the projector's hooked up to a new dedicated line.
Oh, heck no.
He likes to do it all himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's Bob Malarkey.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For nearly 50 years, the K family at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby have been taking care of your bookkeeping and income tax needs in Shelby, Cleveland County, and the surrounding area. They feature a staff of enrolled agents and experienced tax professionals. Make sure you get every advantage you deserve. That's Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Give them a call at 704-484-2783. Online at numbersofshelby.com. They are there for you.
Welcome into our halftime show, sponsored by Gardner Webb University, and I'm going to pass it over to Jeff. He's going to give you our James River Equipment recap of the first half while I add up the stats.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of things to talk about. In the first quarter with 9:53 left, Man Collins hauled in a 6-yard touchdown pass from Land Farmer. Matt Grenier's point after, Shelby led 7-0. With 7:12 left in the first quarter, Kobe Walker, a 10-yard touchdown run. Joel Salinas with the point after, and it was tied 7-7. With 4:35 left in the first quarter, Jonas Woods, a 76-yard pass from Farmer. Grenier's point after made it 14-7 Shelby. With 11:13 left in the second quarter, Kendrick Raper, a 24-yard pass from Farmer, and Grenier's point after, Shelby was up 21-7. With 9:22 left in the second quarter, Kobe Walker, 24-yard run. Salinas' point after, it was 21-14 for Shelby. 6:17 left in the second quarter, Jonas Woods, a 6-yard run. Collins to Nodine on the conversion pass, and Shelby led 29-14. With 5:26 left in the second quarter, Caden Revels, a 54-yard touchdown pass from McCollum. Salinas' point after, it was 29-21 Shelby. With 2:33 left in the second quarter, Land Farmer, a 36-yard touchdown run. Grenier's point after, it was 36-21. And on the very last play of the first half, Kobe Walker, a 7-yard pass from McCollum. Salinas' point after, and it was 36-28 Golden Lions. Shelby has 7 first downs, 4 in the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter, and they have been flagged 10 times for 106 yards. The Eastern Randolph Wildcats have 10 first downs, 6 first downs in the first quarter, 4 first downs in the second quarter, and they've only been flagged twice for 15 yards. They have turned it over one time, and that's basically the difference in this ball game was that fumble. But Golden Lions are going to have some serious conversations here at halftime because everybody, the defensive front is really irritated because they feel like their defensive ends are being held every play, and they're just not getting. They got one call, and then the second time they were going to call holding. Then Shelby was called for holding in the defensive secondary, and so you had offsetting penalties. And then the thing that really got everybody bent out of shape was the really nice sack by big number 10, the guy that we've seen sack over and over and over again, Gardner. Yeah. Gardner. and ball was intercepted, run back out. Shelby's going to have the ball with 0.8 of a second and down it, but then they called Gardner for a hit to the head on that play, and maybe he did. Again, we're basically Shelby broadcasters, so we didn't see it that way. And then on the very next play, Gardner feels like he's being held again, and they throw the nice little pass out for the 7-yard touchdown. So it's Shelby leads 36-28, but it's probably the first time I can recall that Shelby has an 8-point lead and they feel like they're down.
Yeah, just a weird, the way that half ended, we just saw the replay. I mean, Gardner came in and delivered just a mammoth hit, but he hit the quarterback in his left shoulder as he was throwing, and the quarterback went down. As the ball was being released, he was being hit in the shoulder. He went down. The ball was intercepted. It was a bad call. And
so he was hitting the shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, he did not get hit in the helmet. We saw the replay and about 4 times just now. So, that's a 7-point swing right there, and the momentum. So, there's probably some questionable calls on both teams throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple times that Shelby got away with some things, but the other thing that's concerning to me, Brent, here at halftime is that Shelby has got a lot of numbers out there on the field that we hadn't seen much of because the injuries are starting to mount. And the punting situation's really scary because, to begin with, Hollifield was the punter. And then he hurt his knee about six or 7 games ago, so then Lorenzo Roseborough became the punter. And then Roseborough hurt his knee on that play where he got tackled around the 5 and they held on to him and he was trying to get away and he got nailed. Perfectly good hit. I mean, nothing wrong about that. But he twisted his knee and he's not come back in. Hollifield can't punt because of his knee issue, and so for the first time all year, Shelby runs out number 22, Tyler Camp, and he had an 8-yard punt. But, I mean, let's say what he did good. He caught the ball. He got the punt off. And so it's a tough situation. And Shelby's now gone to their second holder on the last point after touchdown, and it was good. So, it's just a lot of guys that are going to be playing for Shelby that hadn't been playing a lot of big, important minutes up to this point, Brent.
Yeah, I mean, Collins is a return man. He's a holder, and he's your top receiver of the 3-headed monster, if you would. And Roseborough's the number 2 guy of the 3-headed monster and your punter. So, they not only are there, your 1 and 2 receivers, but they're on special teams. They do something special for you that you're now on a backup. So you're going into the second half. Maybe they can come back. Both of those guys, we don't know the extent, but this is such a big drive of the first drive of the second half.
Well, the first 2 drives. The first drive that Eastern Randolph has and the first drive that Shelby has. Because if Eastern Randolph has a great drive and then Shelby answers it, well, it's back to the way it was. But if Eastern Randolph has a great drive and then shuts Shelby down, then we got some problems if you're a Golden Lion fan.
Yeah, no doubt the momentum swung. I mean, I don't know if Coach Wilbanks talked to the White Hat or if he's just saying, hey, I need to talk to my team about the 10 penalties. But 10-2 in penalties is big. Shelby could have been up 2-0 in the turnover margin, but they had a nullified pick there on the what they called roughing the passer, which that I hope that play doesn't decide the game when it's all said and done. But up to this point, it's such a huge thing that just happened. Shelby with a 15-point lead and seemingly an interception to end the half. Now goes in only up by 8 and kicking off after that penalty and subsequent touchdown with 0.8 seconds to go. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, I'll give you the stats from the first half, and we'll give you some scores from other playoff games. You're listening to the Gardner-Webb University Halftime Show right here from Eastern Randolph High School.
Okie Knipe used to say, if it's round and it rolls, see Okies Tire in Shelby. Sure, they have tires for your cars and trucks, but what else? They have lawnmower tires, trailer tires, and even tractor tires. Yes, if it's round and it rolls, Okies Tire can help. See Chris and Ken today and drive away with your new set of tires from Okies Tire, 800 West Warren Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-7392. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Closed from 1 to 2 for lunch. The Okies Tire in Shelby. I want you to love your plumbing as much as I love mine. That's why I want you to call Olmsted Plumbing for all your plumbing needs. It's fall of the year, and Olmsted Plumbing is excited about prepping for the fall season. Changing weather always triggers broken water lines and stopped-up drains. It's also time to winterize your home, service your well pump system, clean your gutters, downspouts, and storm drains. For an ounce of prevention or a pound of cure, call Olmsted Plumbing for all your plumbing needs. 828-245-7302. Offices at 470 Washington Street in Forest City and now at 1204 South Post Road in Shelby.
Some people say there are doers and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain. Since 1968, Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at putnamdistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years. The automobile rates have never been better than now at Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance Agency in Shelby. If you're in the market for automobile insurance, now is the time to see Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance. Their mission is to help people manage the risk of everyday life and help you recover from the unexpected and realize your dreams. You'll find a friendly staff that will work hard for you and your insurance needs. From auto to home to property, life insurance, and more, see Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance Agency, 1671 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, online at reedlindsay.com. Don't wait. Get an SNR Auto Sales now for your best deal. Buy here, pay here at SNR Auto Sales in Shelby. On the lot now, you'll find a 2014 Volkswagen Jetta Sport Wagon for $11,995. Or how about a 2013 Ford F-150 truck for $19,995. And a 2010 Mazda CX-9 for $59,995. To see the complete inventory, go online at SNRAutoSales.com. See Susie or Richie today at SNR Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Like them on Facebook too. Safe Lane Driving School in Shelby is proud to announce that they are one of the first in the state to offer Level 2 teen road testing. If you have a Level 1 permit, Safe Lane Driving School will help you get your Level 2 license, all meeting North Carolina DMV standards. Just apply online at safelanedrivingschool.com. Level 2 teen road testing now available at Safe Lane Driving School, 1230 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-481-7807 for more information and start driving today.
Sizzle & Son Paint and Body Shop wishes all Cleveland County High School sports teams a successful season. A local family-owned business for 26 years, Sizzle & Son offers auto and truck body repair, hand painting, motorcycle refinishing, and dent removal. They're known for the quality of their work, their experienced staff, and their dedication to customers. In their own words, we work for our customers, not for the insurance companies. We have your best interest in mind. Call 704-730-0050 or stop in 2027 Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. They're there when you need them.
All right, welcome back to this Gardner-Webb University halftime show. I'm going to give you some stats from the first half. Let's start with Eastern Randolph. Cade McCallum, 6 of 13, passing for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rushing, James Combs had 7 rushes for 46 yards. He had 1 lost fumble, and Kobe Walker had 12 carries for 85 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he also Kanan Glover had 1 carry for 7 yards. Receiving, Kanan Glover had 1 catch for 11 yards. Kobe Walker had 2 catches for 5 yards, including 1 touchdown. Chance Holdaway had 1 catch for 38 yards. And Caden Revel had 2 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown.
Second half kickoff.
So it was the big plays on the passing game. It was three passes accounted for all but 16 of their aerial yards out of 148 yards. So 138 yards rushing on 20 carries and a couple of touchdowns, and 148 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns for Eastern Randolph. For Shelby, rushing, leading the way, Land Farmer. 3 carries, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Jonas Woods has just 3 carries for -2 yards, but he does have a touchdown. Passing, Land Farmer 17 of 20 for 315 yards and 3 touchdowns.
In the first half.
In the first half. Kendrick Raper, 2 catches, 25 yards and a touchdown. Man Collins, 6 catches, 90 yards and a touchdown. J.J. Williams, 1 catch, 9 yards. Lorenzo Roseborough, 2 catches, 33 yards. Calvin Ramstor, 1 catch, 34 yards. Cole Wakefield, 2 catches, 34 yards. Jonas Woods, 2 catches, 79 yards and a touchdown. And Tyler Tate, 1 catch for 11 yards. So Shelby with 46 rushing on just 6 carries and 315 passing for 361 total yards. So Shelby has outgained Eastern Randolph 361 to 286, but both teams putting up massive offensive numbers in the first half.
It's time for a Jammin' Jake's Pizza Factory kickoff.
And here we go with the second half action. And short kick, still on his feet but going backwards. For Eastern Randolph, still on his feet, and he's going to be finally taken down around the 35-yard line. I didn't see
great coverage that time by the Golden Lions.
It was great coverage, and then he had a wall of blockers, so he just kept kind of dancing around trying to find somewhere to go. And
fourth quarter, Crest leads South Point 21-14.
All right, Eastern Randolph for the first time in a long time has a chance to go down and get within 1 point or tie it with a 2-point conversion. They took over on their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10 with McCallum. Looks like Walker's the running back. Again, he had 12 carries for 85 yards in the first half, but he also caught a touchdown pass. He had 2 touchdowns rushing. And taking a long time to get this first down play off. They're going to run Walker up the middle. He's hit immediately. That's Noah Gardner and Tyson Williams, the 2 defensive ends.
No gain.
Combine on the stop for no gain.
Tyson Williams, number 24, along with number 10, Noah Gardner.
Second down and 10.
On the play. Brings up a second down.
And Walker's been good so far. Second down 10, though, is Shelby with a good play on first down, and that's really, you got to do that against this team. You got to get him in 2nd and long and not 2nd and 3 or 4. Nodine shows blitz. He backs off. McCallum's going to throw. He's got nearly picked off and then nearly caught on the deflection. I think that was Corey again.
I thought Corey had picked. I mean, he jumped it.
That's Raper.
He jumped it, but it got through his hands. 7 got it in his hands and then dropped it, and he's hurt. So there's going to be a stoppage for injury.
All right, injured player is for the Wildcats, and we'll take a break. No score so far in the second half, but it's 36-28. Shelby leads.
Don't get hosed on your hydraulic hose connections. See the hose man, Charles Cabinets at Shelby Auto Parts, your CarQuest Auto Parts store. They do all types of hydraulic hose connections, including hoses for heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses available in metric or standard fittings. And pick up your interstate batteries for your lawnmower, tractor, and heavy equipment, plus filters too, and they carry air gas. See Shelby Auto Parts, 409 North Washington Street in Shelby, open 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. Call 7-0.
Injured player was Chance Holdaway. He comes off on his own power, now it's 3rd down, and rushing the passer again. He goes down with the sack.
Yep, he fell down on his own that time. It's a big loss all the way back.
At the
23-yard line. So now let's see. We haven't seen the punter for Eastern Randolph tonight.
Yep, so that's a sack. That's a loss of 12 yards. The first official sack for the Golden Lions. 4th down and 22. And it's got to feel pretty good for the Golden Lions to get off the field with a 3 and out.
Looks like the quarterback is the punter.
And now late coming in is Combs. So, he's a running back. So they got kind of the three blockers there, three up backs. Back deep, Kendrick Raper, I believe. And this is a punt that's going to bounce at the 48 of Eastern Randolph, picked up by Raper at the Shelby 48, and he gets to the 48 of Eastern Randolph, about a 4-yard return before he's tripped up. But Shelby should take over in East Randolph territory. So second time tonight, Shelby started on East Randolph's half of the field.
10:02 left in this third quarter. Huge stop for the Golden Lions.
Yeah, it really was, because, you know, we were playing out the scenarios if they can go down and get it tied up and flip the momentum and all that stuff, but Shelby gets to stop. Now Shelby's got to score, and the pass on first down, Wakefield catches it, flags everywhere, and the play's down to the 30-yard line.
Where are the flags?
There's a flag from the back judge and a flag way over at the 30-yard line of Shelby, so. And they came out simultaneously right at the snap, so I'm not sure what the call is. Wakefield, if it stands, has about a 18-yard catch to the 30-yard line. And T. Hollowfield's pointing at, they may have had 12 players on the field. There's 11 out there now, but for two flags to come out.
Yeah, legal participation called, and it's going to be declined, so that's going to be a first down. Got a guard of Kings Mountain, first down.
That'll be enough for a first down.
Wakefield's third catch, another gutter guard, first down. So if you're just joining us, Shelby's had a couple of injuries to receivers. We don't know how serious, but Lorenzo Roseborough out, Man Collins is out. Tyler Tate's come in, Cole Wakefield's come in, Kendrick Raper's come in, all made big catches. First and 10 Shelby, they're going to throw it again. It's complete to Wakefield again. This time he breaks a tackle, and then he's hit hard. He's going to get about 4 yards.
Number 9 is the receiver.
Depending on the mark. But I think he got to the 26.
James Combs there to make the stop for the Cats.
And again,
nope, they're going to say the 27.
Man, what a bad spot. Just, I don't get it.
Ball placed at the 27-yard line. Pick up a 3. It'll be second down.
So 3-yard catch for Wakefield. Second down and 7 for the Golden Lions. And back in the backfield is Woods. And they're going to throw it again. He stays in. He's going to catch. Nope. Farmer wanted to throw it to him out of the backfield faster than, because he got some pressure from Combs, and I don't think Woods was looking. But
he was not.
Good news is there was a defender there that wasn't looking either, because that could have been a pick six right up the sideline. Instead, it's going to be third down and 7, a big play.
Third down.
9:04 left in this third quarter.
Third down, 7. Wakefield with 2 catches here on this drive. And it may be 4 down territory, as Jakari Shell just mentioned.
The flag comes from the sideline, and I have no idea what this is going to be.
The old sideline warning, maybe, or white hat. Dead ball, offsides, offense.
Offside, offensive offside.
Good grief. Another penalty on the Golden Lions. Pre-snap. So now 3rd and 7 becomes a 3rd and 12. Obviously a little tougher to get. But at the 32, this is probably 2 plays to get 12 yards.
Third down and 12.
Wakefield, the receiver to the right. 3 receivers left. Ramseur, Thurman, Williams, and they're going to throw it, and now Farmer's going to step up, and he's going to throw it, and he's going to deliver it. Raper's got it, first down, 15. He bounces it, 10. Bounces it to the outside, 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, Golden Lions.
Number 0, the ball carrier.
And again, we've got a late flag coming out.
Tackle made by
It's a 27-yard catch by Kendrick Raper to the 5-yard line, and then what's the penalty, Jeff?
I have no idea.
Obviously, there's some jarring going on between the teams because
I think it's going to be a 15-yard penalty on Shelby.
So that's going to be first.
It's a dead ball foul, so it should be 1st and 10. It's a dead ball, so it should be 1st and 10. for Shelby.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how to get through to these guys that you got to keep your, closed, no matter what the other guy says. So ball at the 20-yard line. They're showing it first and goal.
It's first and 10 because it's a dead ball foul. It should be.
Now they're setting the chain, but the scoreboard's showing first and 20, and they had put down the yard to make.
Again, I think they said it was a first down. They signaled first down, and they're calling 15-yard penalty.
So now they're telling them to put the yardsticks down first and goal.
It has to be first and from the 20. It's first and 10. It's a dead ball foul, and the rules say it's first and 10. Unless that's one of those rules that's different in college and pro.
Well, they put down the marker, so it's first and goal from the 20 for the Golden Lions. 4 receiver set, Woods in at running back, Farmer to throw, gets pressure late, steps up, he runs into his own teammate, then he throws it, and it's knocked away, intended for Raper at the 10. Now it's going to be second and goal.
Frustrating.
Davion Ford there to pick up that last pass.
Second and goal. Again, I'll have to ask my friend Dusty Haynes to explain that one to me, but I'm sure it's just a difference in high school rules and pro rules, because I think in the pros and college it would be first and 10.
Ball at the 20. The second goal from the 20. They're going to throw it again. Farmer steps up. He's going to throw it. He's got Jonas Woods at the 15-10. Slips a tackle. He's near the goal line. I think they're going to call him down at the 1-yard line.
Yep, at the 1-yard line.
Number 26.
19-yard gain for number 26.
Third and goal now on the 1.
Yeah, third and goal on the 1.
The 1-yard line.
Jonas Woods has been a great safety valve tonight.
You better believe it.
76-yard touchdown catch. He's got another catch there for 19 yards. He had another catch for 3 yards. So that's 3 catches, and he's near 100 yards receiving on a night where he hasn't really carried the ball. And now the big package in. Nodine, Hollifield, Woody. Farmer runs it in from 1 yard out. He's in for the touchdown. Numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown. There's an injured Golden Lion. It looks like I think it's Nodine. No, that's T. Hollifield, but he's up now, and that'll do it as Shelby takes a 42-28 lead on the 1 yard touchdown run, and that's 2 touchdown runs by Farmer. He's got 3 touchdown passes, and he continues his stellar play here in the playoffs. And with 7:47 to go here in the third quarter, Matt Grenier is going to try to give the Golden Lions a 15-point lead with this Hojo Power Sports point after. Kieran Thurman is holding with Man Collins nursing an injury sustained in the first half. Nice snap by Morgan. Good hold by Thurman. Kicks good by Grenier. Shelby leads 43-28 on your New Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
Tom Turkey don't want you to know about the turkey fryers at Shelby Hardware. He told me to tell you to stay away from there. But don't listen to Tom Turkey. Get your new turkey fryer today. Also a full line of Lodge cookware. And keep warm with the Mr. Heater Turbo Heater. Heated vest jackets, hand warmers, faucet covers, propane, kerosene, and electric heaters. And they service kerosene heaters too. Pick one up today at Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Uptown Shelby. There's nothing like free service. Now that's hard to believe, unless you get free service from Shelby Heating and Air. Now for a limited time, get free service on same-day repairs, $200 or more from Shelby Heating and Air. Call for details at 704-487-7877. They're locally owned and operated and have been for 45 years with 24/7, 365 emergency service. That's Shelby Heating and Air. 1990 Eves Road in Shelby. Online at shelbyheating.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Jammin' Jay's pizza kickoff by Grenier goes out of bounds. That's the second time tonight that's happened. And let's see what the Wildcats decide to do. They trail once again by 15, Jeff, and it's been like that all night. They get within a score. Shelby gets back up 2 scores, and it seems like it's been that way almost the whole game now. And I think they are going to take a 5-yard penalty from the spot of. So what is the yardage and penalties on the golden lines now?
Their price in the concession stand: hamburgers, pizza.
131 yards.
131 yards of penalties with 7:47 to go in the third quarter. So Shelby has overcome those so far with a 15-point lead. Let's see what McCallum and company do. They start from their own 36-yard line. They got an H-back in there, and they're going to hand it off to Combs. And there's Landon Hollifield and
James Combs.
What's that other number? I want to give that man credit because 10 Gartner got in there as well. Nice play for a short gain.
Yard on the play, brings up a second down.
1 yard for Combs. And you know what? He hasn't gotten a lot of carries since that fumble, Jeff. And maybe that was kind of the reason he hadn't gotten the carries, but he got one there for 1 yard. Second down 9. He stays in. Combs does. 2 receivers right, 1 left. I think that's Walker in an H-back, which means
he could leak out into the pattern.
Absolutely. Now 2 receivers left as one goes in motion. Taking a lot of time to get this play called. And it's going to be another handoff to Combs. Right side, he's got a hole. He's at the 50-yard line, 45. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, 35, 30. It's a foot race to the 20. Tackle from behind by Jaden Williams. A touchdown-saving tackle at the 14-yard line. Boy, he went around that right side, and there was nobody home for the Golden Lions.
It was a heck of a run.
So that's a 13 plus 36, 49-yard run.
You just said he hadn't had many carries.
Yeah, that might get him a few more carries.
49-yard run by James Combs takes the ball down to the 14-yard line.
First and goal at the 14.
And they keep that. They got 2 H-backs in there now. They're going to run behind it with Walker, and he's picking his way. He's at the 10 and down about the 9, maybe even the 8. Looks like the 9, so he gets about 5.
Julius Brooks in the 13 there to make the stop for the Lions.
Jeff, this is starting to look so much like a game that Shelby's just going to have to outscore the Wildcats.
I'd say you're right. Second down and 5, and again, they're still in that double hug.
Yeah, double hug. And then they send one in motion, and then they kind of run behind that, and they're going to give it to Walker again. He looks, and there's Landon Hollifield, and he's going to be tackled for loss.
Yep, he's going to go all the way back to the 12. Shelby got the ball when it's over with, but he was down when the ball came loose. So that's going to be a loss back to the 12. So a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, he made the mistake of, okay, the hole's blocked. I'm going to bounce it backwards and outside, and he just couldn't outrun the defense from there. It's going to be 3rd and about 8, I believe.
Yep, 3rd and 8.
Ball at the 12, so it's a big series here. They gotta be thinking touchdown, down by 15 and 4-down territory. They go with the hard count. Shelby stays put. So McCallum's now going to get a new play call. Combs in there at running back. 4 receiver set. They're going to hand it off to Combs up the middle. Nice tackle from the defensive end spot. But Combs does fall forward for about the 3 they lost on the previous play.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 5, and you know they're going to go for it.
Yep, Tyson Williams got in there.
Making the tackle.
4 minutes and 40 seconds. We just go under that left in the third quarter.
Well, Shelby's got to think play action here. I think you got to, they leaked Walker out last time. And, 5's, I take my chances letting them run, but I'm looking past here. Walker's a running back. Combs comes out. They're going to play action. They are going to throw. Walker doesn't go out, but the pass is thrown and a nice catch made at the 1-yard line. Shelby's saying he didn't hold on to it, but it looked like a pretty good catch from here.
It was a nice throw, nice catch.
He was open, and that was number 1, Aiden Goodman. Boy, they're talking about it for a long time, the officials.
1st and goal.
The pass is complete, and the ball's at the 1.
Nice play.
All right, 1st and goal, 1-yard line. They convert the 4th and 5. And Walker behind McCallum. You got to think he's getting it here probably 4 times if they need to. Maybe Shelby come up with the fumble here. And Walker hitting the backfield. And Landon Hollifield, the first man there. And he's going to lose 2 or 3 yards.
Takes the ball back to the
3. You're going to say he lost 2 yards.
Make it the 4. Second down.
Second and goal just outside the 3. Shelby's making them work hard on this one, Brent.
Yep.
We're going to go inside 3 minutes before the ball's going to be snapped again. I really wish we had a play clock because they are taking forever in the huddle.
Second and goal. 3-yard line we're calling or 4?
3.
All right. 2 running backs. The second one gets it, and that's Walker, and he's just going to go in behind his blocker untouched for the touchdown over the left side. And now that gets the Wildcats again back within 8, or back within 9. So are they going to go for the 1 and keep it a 1-score game, or are they going to try to get that 2-point conversion back? And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and kick it, or at least they're lined up with Salinas for the kick. 3-yard touchdown run by Kobe Walker. That's a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown. And now Salinas for the Hojo Power Sports point after. And a pretty good rush by the goal lines, but the kick's good. And your score, Shelby 43, Eastern Randolph 35. Back after this for a Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff.
Kias everywhere at the all-new Shelby Kia. As a matter of fact, over 250 new Kias in stock now. And best of all, get 0.9% APR financing or discounts up to $10,000. There's never been a better time to buy than right now. Credit problems? No problem. At the new Shelby Kia, come see for yourself. Over 250 new Kias in stock now. Shelby Kia, 4425 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at shelbykia.com. Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Fallston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Fallston. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home now offers water cremations.
Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff coming up for Salinas at some point. Are they going to try an onside? Nope, they do the short kick. It's going to be taken by, I think, Jaden Williams at about the 24. He's coming to the home side. He's at the 40, 45. That's actually Kieran Thurman, and Thurman's going to be out of bounds at the 44-yard line. And now, extracurricular activity. No flags thrown. Thurman wanted one. Didn't get it. So Shelby takes over. Pretty good field position at their own 44. They lead by 8, 43-35 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Land Farmer's been money tonight. Well over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns passing, 2 touchdowns rushing, and he's got to do more, I think, for Shelby to win because Shelby's defense hasn't been able to stop very often that Wildcats offense. 1st and 10, Golden Lions. 3 receivers left. Farmer to throw. Pretty good protection. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open, and that's Raper. And Raper tries to kind of, do that, catch it and come back and outrun the guy. And he kind of just lost his footing and got about 8 yards.
Second down and 2 down to the Wildcat 48-yard line. Going to be down about 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
So 2nd and 2. Empty backfield. I think Farmer may run this one for the first down. 4-man rush, and he's going to step in the pocket. And now his pressure ball comes out, and it's going to be recovered by the Wildcats as Farmer didn't see the guy from the backside that we all saw, and he hit the ball from behind, knocked it out. Farmer fell on it, but it scooted out from under him, and now the Wildcats get the big play they need on the fumble by Farmer.
I think it was Davion Ford on that ball.
And now Shelby's got to come up with something defensively because Eastern Randolph's tying for the tying score potentially here. And they take over in good field position at their own 47.
Again, that was a nice play. He got hit from behind and just didn't see the guy was there.
McCallum, and they're going with that hug because it worked on the last drive, and they're going to run behind that, and they're going to run Walker, and he's going to get 3. He's tackled by Jaden Williams, or Julius Brooks, excuse me.
Walker carries the ball to midfield.
Ball's going to be at the 50, 2nd down and 7.
To make the stop. Pickup of a couple of yards on that play takes the ball up.
Shelby lineman kind of comes out favoring his foot, limping a little bit. That was Krishawn Harris. T. Hollifield now in for him. Malachi Hopper and Hollifield, your defensive tackles. And McCallum looks to the sideline. 2nd down, 7. Again, our play clock's off, so we can't see it. And they're going to hand it off to Walker right side. Got good blocking in front of him. Breaks a tackle. And is going to have about 2 yards shy of the first down. Picks up 5.
It looks like.
3rd down and 2.
Stopped by number 18, Grady Nodine.
3rd down, 2 from the Shelby 45 now.
45-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
And what a big turnover that was just a moment ago. And the play at the end of the first half with the roughing the passer giving the other team the extra play, and they score the touchdown. See what the Golden Lions can do here defensively. Hand off to Combs, and he's just going to power for 5 yards. Now, he was hit at the first down marker, and he just powered his way for 5 more. That's his 10th carry. And it's very apparent to me Shelby's D's just going to have to man up on that front and win the line of scrimmage, or it's going to be 4 downs every time running behind these 2 guys. I feel like it.
They don't have to snap it again, so that may be the end of the 3rd quarter.
And now they're rushing to the line, so they got 6 seconds to get this snap off. It's a fresh set of downs at the Shelby 40. It's 1st and 10. And now they're calling off the dogs. That's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3, Shelby 43, Eastern Randolph 35. Wildcats driving when we come back.
It's time to call the Substation 2 in Shelby and get those party trays ordered for the big game or for your Christmas party. Available in a variety of sizes, and pickup for Christmas party trays will be 11 a.m. on Christmas Eve, December 24th. Call 704-482-1220 to place your order today. And come on in for the weekly specials. It changes every week. The subs are so good at the Substation 2. 611 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 8:30. And delivery is available by Uber Eats and DoorDash. Do like dear old Santa Claus. He just purchased a new RTR Mustang from Tyndall Ford in Gastonia. He calls it a sleigh, but we know better, I think. And Santa saved thousands of dollars. Right now, only 5 2024 brand new Mustangs are left, and Cliff and Lyle says they gotta go. Save thousands, but that's not all. They have 2 2024 brand new Ford F-150 trucks left. Do like Santa, shop and save big now at Tyndall Ford, 1901 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at TyndallFord.com.
First play of the 4th quarter, and they're going to run it to Walker left side. He's got a huge hole, and he's tripped up. They kind of ran a misdirection play and then gave it to Walker, and he gets a big gain for a 1st down.
Is there a penalty flag down?
I don't see one. There was a Shelby player wanting a holding call, but they didn't get it. But that
was a really nice play.
First down.
Yeah, that's a big gain all the way down to the Shelby 25. That's a 15-yard run by Walker.
It could have been more. It was a nice touchdown-saving tackle.
1st and 10 from the Shelby 25. Handoff again. I think this is Combs, and he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
James Combs.
Well, I said Shelby's going to
Wait a minute. The official on the other side is saying he was down after a 6-yard gain. He must have blown the whistle.
All right, so 6 yards instead of 10.
Still a good gain, though.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, what happened is the official on the other side said he blew the whistle, and so when he blows the whistle, the play's over. But again, great job up front again by this Eastern Randolph offensive line.
19-yard brings up a second down and about 4.
Second and 4 from the Shelby 19.
They keep that hug in there on the right side, and I believe it's Walker. Walker gets the carry, and he's going to get stood up just about 2 yards shy of the first down. So
it's going to be 3rd and 2.
All right, so I got
Pick
a
up
couple.
a couple of yards on that play. Takes the ball to the 17-yard line. 3rd down and 2.
22 carries for Walker, 11 carries for Combs. And I'm sure we'll see them both toted a few more times. Combs stays in at the running back on this play. 3rd and 2, it's 4-down territory. This is where Shelby needs one of those 2-yard loss tackles in the backfield. They know it's coming, and Combs left side, and he spins for the first down. Stays on his feet, 15-10. He's inside the 5.
Heck of a run. They're going to mark him on the 4.
Shelby just has no answer right now.
Line of scrimmage is now the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal. Run it again, and he's close. Going to be down at the 1.
Pick up of about 3 yards on that carry. James Combs.
2nd and goal from the 1.
One of them frustrating games for the Shelby faithful because they've seemingly been in control the whole way.
That's going to be a loss all the way back to the 3. So now it's
again on the carry, met at the line of scrimmage by number 4, Landon Holyfield.
So it's going to be third and goal from the 3. So still they're going to have 2 plays to get 3 yards. And I like their chances with this group of running backs. But again, Shelby got a 2-yard loss there. Let's see if they can do it again.
A yard on that play, takes the ball back to the 2.
For just joining us, Shelby's had a 2-score lead much of the game. And there was a big series right before the end of the first half where Shelby got an interception on a 4th down play, and they called it roughing the passer. And now hard count, I think either offensive move, they say Shelby defense came in the neutral zone. So Shelby's in double-digit penalties, and they're in well over 100 yards of penalties, and I think we still just have, two
accepted penalties.
Two penalties on Eastern Randolph for the whole game. So now 3rd and goal from about the 1.5. And 2 running back set, and they'll run it with Walker, and he's hit in the backfield. I think that was Tyson Williams.
It's going to be 4th and goal from outside the 2.
Stopped by number 24, Tyson Williams.
So we're going to have
That's all the way back to just inside the 3.
All right, so we're going to have.
You hear the Shelby faithful on the other side now.
4th and goal from about the 3-yard line. And now the Shelby faithful. And here we go, big play of the game so far. 8:08 to go, clock's running. 4th and goal from the 3. 2 running back set. They got Combs and Walker. They're going with a hard count. Shelby staying put. We might see a timeout called.
And we do.
Timeout. Eastern Randolph. We'll be back with a big 4th down play when we come back.
For 17 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted number 1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that's why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting their website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted number 1 in hospice for 17 straight years. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice of Cleveland County.
Our timeout sponsor for tonight's game is American Restoration. They're serving the community since 1971, including Shelby and Hickory, providing 24/7 service in 23 counties in North and South Carolina. Online at more details at amrest.com.
4th and goal, ball at the Shelby 3-yard line. Let's see what the Wildcats come with out of the timeout. Revel in at receiver. Out trots McCallum, the quarterback. Out trots Kobe Walker. They do not have James Combs in, so it's a one running back set, but they got 2 hugs in there to block. Receiver wide to the right is Glover. One to the near side as well. And they're going to hand off to Walker. He powers to the goal line. And I think he's short.
He's short.
I think he's on the 1. So Walker gets 2, needed 3. And Shelby holds.
Now got to get out of that really tight place though.
Wow. You know, you almost got to say the play may have been Tyson Williams on 3rd and goal, Jeff, as he got the 2-yard loss, tackle that set up that 4th and 3, and we got an injured Wildcat on the field. We'll take it with 7:49 to go. Shelby leading by 8 on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky score. We're back after this.
The holidays are just around the corner, and with them come basketball season. Webb Chemical and Paper Company wants to wish all the basketball teams a great year. Webb Chemical and Paper Company is the place to go for all of your janitorial and cleaning supplies and disposable paper products. You'll find great prices and great service, and they offer products in bulk. Family owned and operated for over 49 years, their friendly, helpful staff will assist you with all of your product needs. Webb Chemical and Paper is conveniently located at 2500 West Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 West in Shelby. Stop by and see them or call 704-482-4331. Check them out on the web at webchemicalandpaper.com.
All right, good news. Shelby stops East Randolph on 4th and goal. Bad news. Shelby's got the ball on the 1-yard line, Jeff, and they haven't been able to run the ball very well. They've got Landon Hollifield in there at the hug, and Landon Farmer's going to run it. He's at the 10, and he's got a first down. And so how about Landon Farmer putting his head down and getting 11?
First down for the Golden Lions, and clock is at 7:42 left in the 4th quarter.
That's a 12-yard gain out to the 13 by Landon Farmer.
Placed at the 13-yard line.
And a first down sponsored by Gutter Guard of Kings Mountain, and now Jonas Woods. And here comes the flag from the Eastern Randolph sideline as Jonas Woods got about 6, maybe 7. And I got a feeling this is coming back on a hold call. It's literally like the 4th time Shelby's run the whole game and they call a hold. And there's been no hold called on any runs of the 40 or so by Eastern Randolph.
That'll be half the distance to the goal. If the hold's at the 16, the ball can not be any farther back than the 8.
Back to about the 6-yard line.
It can't go back to the 6. They're taking it back to the 6. That's against the rules. You can't have a 10-yard penalty on the 16-yard line. They just called a 10-yard penalty from the 16-yard line.
And hand off to Woods, and he's going to be tackled for a loss.
Number 26 was the ball carrier. Jonas Woods. James Combs makes the stop.
I can't believe, Brent, that they allowed them to botch that penalty mark off.
Ball is back to about the...
Well, the bad news is Shelby lost 3 yards on that play. And I think Shelby's been better off throwing the football. Now they got 2nd and 20 from inside their 5. And Farmer's going to throw it, but he's high. And that was a short pass that was not going to get much anyway, so I'm not understanding the play calling here.
Well, the bad thing was it's an incomplete pass, and Shelby doesn't really have a punter. And
it's 3rd and 20. And again, that holding penalty is huge now.
Yeah, the holding penalty
Huge.
just changed everything.
But there's not been a play really go Shelby's way this whole game. I mean, a play or a penalty that's really gone anywhere near helping Shelby. They've all, for the most part, been a hindrance. And now he's going to throw out of his own end zone. Farmer looking. He's going to go downfield. He's got Kieran Thurman. Knocked out. It's picked off at the 30, 20, 15, 10. Still on his feet. And now flag comes out. The ball was right in the chest of Kieran Thurman, and it just bounced off his chest. It was going to be a first down, and it popped into the hands of the defensive back for the Wildcats, ran it all the way back to the 11-yard line, took a big hit at the 11, and another turnover for Shelby. That's 2 in the last 2 possessions.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning was the flag thrown on Eastern Randolph. They were pretty psyched up after that pick, and Shelby cannot get out. They've been their own worst enemy tonight with just costly penalties and costly turnovers now here in the second half. Interception. I can't really put that on Land Farmer, though. And now the faithful for Eastern Randolph one more time on their feet. 1st and 10 from the 12, let's call it the 11-yard line of Shelby. They can get a first down inside the 1, I think. Actually, they've taken the chains away, and they're going to run left side. Combs. Nice tackle backside, Tyson Williams.
Yeah, the chains are at the 1, so it's 1st and 10 from the 11.
Caught by number 24, Tyson Williams.
So it gets 1, I think.
2nd and 9.
Pickup of
that was Combs.
Almost 2 yards on that play. Brings up a second down.
Second down about 8.5, 9. I think the ball's at the 10.
It is.
And they go with the 3 receiver set to the left. Combs is your running back. 1 receiver to the right. They're going to run bootleg to the right. Nobody's open, and he's going to throw it, heave it up out of the end zone into the track.
Pass is incomplete.
Big pressure from Tyson Williams.
Yeah, Tyson Williams made him throw it out of bounds.
Tyson Williams.
But you got to give him credit. Every time that's happened, he's just thrown it away. He hasn't tried to make, a heroic play as McCallum. Now 3rd down and 9. Combs comes out. He looks a little nicked up. So it'll be Kobe Walker.
How many minutes do they have to get this play off?
5:35 to go in the ball game. 3rd down, 9 from the 10-yard line. 4 down territory. Shelby shifts on the D-line. Walker, the running back. Carson in motion. Flag comes up. I think he went forward.
Yeah. So there's going to be a penalty on Eastern Randolph.
There is a penalty. It's going to back it up 5. It'll be 3rd and 14 from the 15-yard line.
That's the 3rd penalty called on Eastern Randolph.
It's a cold night here, Burton Cates Stadium, and we've got a great 4th round matchup going here.
I tell you what, it is a heavyweight battle.
3rd and 14 from the 15-yard line. Kobe Walker, the lone running back, that got a hug in there on the right side. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. 4-man front for Shelby. Shotgun snap, play action. He's looking to the end zone. He's going to throw it. It's 2 receivers, 1 defender. Jaden Williams makes a big play.
Knocks it away.
4th down and 14. And officials are calling a timeout because Noah Gartner got his jersey pulled off him again, and he had to put it back on. So I didn't see a flag.
There is a flag.
Oh, there is a flag.
So the question is, do you take it and make it 3rd? I think you decline it because it's 4th down.
All right, big play. So they did call a hold as Noah Gardner got his jersey once again for the third time tonight taken off. But the pass was incomplete, Jeff, and we got ourselves
4th and 14.
4th and 14 from the 15-yard line. I mean, got to come up with a big play. A lot of room over there that Calvin Ramsour's given on the far left. Hard count, they're going to throw it. Pressure comes up the middle. He's going to gets out of that. He's rolling right. He's looking to the end zone. It's up for grabs. Tipped, incomplete. Flag down. Flag down at the 8-yard line.
Flag on the play. The pass was incomplete. We'll see what the flag says.
So, I mean, he got flushed out of the pocket, almost sacked, and then he just threw it up for grabs. Shelby knocked it down. There's a flag at the 8-yard line. The ball was thrown into the end zone about 6 yards deep. That was a 4th and 14.
Holding on Shelby.
Holding penalty is against the Lions.
Still going to be 4th down.
This is like the game that will never end for Shelby. Every time they make a stop, the refs bail them out, it seems like.
Now the 8.
All right, the ball now at the 8. And they got to get to the 1 for a first down.
4:54 left.
4th down and 6 for a first down.
All right, big play. Again, Walker in, hard count. Shelby stays put. 2 receivers right and left. Ball pretty much right in the middle of the field. 4th down. Shotgun. Rolling back to pass. Got time. Can't find anybody. Throws it over the middle. It's caught for the touchdown. Shelby defender falls down. No flags on the rush. And the touchdown catch is made, I believe, by Glover. Shelby just cannot. This is going to be one of them games you're just going to have to just make a play to win, because they've made plays on defense, and every time there's been a flag after they made a big play. Salinas is in for the point after, and this is and they're going to run a 2-point conversion. They're going to throw it, and it's over the head of Caden Revel. And Shelby holds on to a 43-41 lead with 4:47 to go. We'll be back after this. Don't go anywhere.
There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westonsales.com, like them on Facebook too. Shop American, even when it comes to flooring. And Willis Flooring Shop in Shelby has a new selection of LVP flooring by Cortex, and it's American made. Also, pure grain engineered flooring, yes, American made. Plus tile, carpet, vinyl, and more. And listed up installers, Willis Flooring Shop in Shelby has backer board, hand liners, sand, cement, corner benches, Schluter, and sundries. Head to Willis Flooring Shop, 2247 Kings Road in Shelby, open 8:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Like them on Facebook too.
All right, on the 2-point conversion, during all that timeout, there was a flag thrown at the goal line, and so we haven't seen what the call is. They lined up to kick the extra point, which made no sense because they were down by 2 with 4:47 to go. So then they run a fake extra point, and they roll out, and they throw a pass that was over the head of Revel.
And they called unsportsmanlike conduct on Shelby.
And then they call unsportsmanlike conduct on Shelby, so they're going to let. So 15-yard penalty. If Coach Wilbanks makes it through this game, I'm going to be surprised because I'd be losing my mind over there. How many penalties on Shelby?
17.
17-3 in penalties. 17-3 in penalties. And we're watching this. You're at home. We're watching what we're watching, and it's quite quite amazing here. But Shelby still leads by 2 with 4:47 to go. I wouldn't doubt seeing an onside kick here, Jeff. I mean, they're kicking off from the Shelby 45. What do you have to lose doing an onside kick? Because even if Shelby gets it, but they're going to boot it through the end zone and say Shelby go 80 yards. So a little surprise there, but Shelby will take over at the 20. And there's a flag on the field at the 37-yard line on the home side. I don't know what you're going to call on a kickoff that goes in the end zone, but we'll see. Maybe it's on them for. Well, they're talking.
Procedure penalty.
Procedure on the receiving team. I don't know I've ever seen. How can the receiving team go forward and be offsides? Because you're running back to block.
This is ridiculous right here.
All right. That's 18-3 in penalties now.
I don't know. I can't understand.
So to Coach Wilbanks' credit, he hasn't lost his mind over there. I haven't seen him, like I've seen some coaches, just lose it. He's kept us cool in the midst of some chaos, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they're going to say, hey, we're going to go 5 more yards further and then kick it off from the Shelby 40, where you then, I don't see why you wouldn't do an onside kick at that point, but I don't know if they have the option to say it was in the end zone and I'm going to take a 5-yard. They're actually going to decline it, I think, and say Shelby can just have it at the 20. But
nope, I think they're going to.
All right, I thought the kicker was running.
40.
All right, he looked over and said, do you want to decline it? And I guess they said, no, we'll kick it from the 40. So Salinas is going to line it up. No time went off on that kickoff because it wasn't fielded. So there's still 4:47 to go. Shelby on top 43-41. But Shelby hasn't scored in a while, in a long while. Shelby had 36 at halftime, so just 7 points this half for the Golden Lions. And they've turned it over with a fumble and an interception. They've also stopped East Randolph on 4th down twice, and now the onside kick is going to be in the air, and it's going to be recovered by Eastern Randolph. Shelby tried to touch it before it went 10 yards, and it went up in the air and kind of ricocheted off a Shelby player, and then it was fair game, and both teams say they have it. It's Eastern Randolph football. This reminds me of Salisbury years ago at Salisbury. I mean, it's the same thing. Shelby with a 2-score lead, and then everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong, and then you give up an onside kick.
Covered that kick, but it was a cat.
They literally gonna call 15 flags on Shelby, bro.
Line of scrimmage is now the 27-yard line of the Lions.
So Eastern Randolph with the ball at the Shelby 27 after the recovered onside kick. I don't know. I've seen a lot of Shelby games over the years, as you know, and this is going to go up there and
he's moving upfield.
And then handoff to Combs, and he breaks into the secondary, but Kendrick Raper is going to stack him up, but he gets 5. And remember, a field goal puts them ahead.
Ball's on the 23-yard line, 2nd down, and
about 6.
Makes a stop. Pick up of 4 on that play. Takes the ball down to the 23-yard line.
So Shelby has just
left.
I mean, you can look at it 2 ways. Shelby shot themselves in the foot with 18 penalties and 2 turnovers. Or you can say a lot of things did not go their way that maybe some other guys had something to do with wearing a black and white. And so handoff again, and Combs is going to be stopped at the Shelby 20. It's going to be about 3rd and 3. And Shelby again needs to get in the backfield. I mean, this whole half, Eastern Randolph's had the football. And if they don't make it on 4th down, they just get bailed out with a penalty and get another play. So
it's been something. It's been something.
Yeah. .327 and counting. I mean, if you're Shelby, do you even think about a timeout yet?
No.
3rd down and 3. Let's see if they can come up with a big defensive play. Man in motion, and I think it may be illegal motion.
On the play. Procedure penalty against the
All right. So penalty, 4th penalty of the game called on Eastern Randolph, and now we're going to be 3rd and 8.
Moves the ball back to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 7.
We are down to 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
I'd like to thank our listeners coming in from WCSL. Crest defeats their opponent, South Point, 28-14. They move on to the semifinals. We got a good one here. 3rd down and 8 from the Shelby 25. Handoff right side. Walker meets Landon Hollifield, and he's tripped up for a loss, and it's going to be – what is that spot? He was tackled at the 29, and they're going to mark it at the 27.
Guys, I know you fellas that are just now tuning in are saying, what in the world are these announcers talking about? But it's been something. It has been something. It's been amazing. I mean, you're looking at the film.
Yeah. So
4th and 10. We're inside 2 minutes left in this ball game.
All right, defense got to come up, and there's a lot of room over there on the left side. Walker's in at running back. They're going to throw it, and there's a man open. It's caught. Number 7, Chance Holdaway, and Shelby was giving him 15 yards of cushion over there, and he just ran a 10-yard out.
And Noah Gardner saying, I was held again.
Yeah, Gardner's had his jersey pulled off 3 times tonight. Yeah, I know. 1st and 10 at the 11.
Shelby might have to start calling timeouts. We're down to 1:45 left.
This has been one of the most unbelievable games I've ever seen as far as one-sided officiating and everything. 1st and 10, and they run it between the tackles, stacked up around the 8. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain.
Met by several of the Golden Lions.
Shelby's going to take a timeout, I believe.
Ball is on the 8-yard line. Pickup of 3. We'll bring up a 2nd down.
We'll keep it here. Shelby's, let's set the tone. On offense, we had Lorenzo Roseburg get hurt in the 1st quarter after catching 2 balls for 30-something yards. We had Man Collins get hurt after catching 6 balls for 90 yards in the 2nd quarter. They've both been out. So you're on your backup holder, your 3rd-string punter, and Shelby's twice intercepted the ball and had a penalty called to give the ball back. There was a roughing the passer called on 4th down. We saw the replay multiple times. It gave him a 1st down, and then ended up scoring with 8.8 seconds left in the 1st half. And now we got 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats. Ball up to Shelby 8. 1:20 to go. And handoff stacked up about the 6. So Walker gets 2. Another timeout called. We'll keep it here.
Landon Holyfield making the stop.
So much power is actually insanity, bro.
It'll be 3rd down and 5.
So Walker gets 2. 3rd and 5 from the 6. They can get a 1st down at the 1.
Have a timeout on the field.
Well, our timeout sponsor is American Restoration. serving the community since 1971, including Shelby and Hickory, providing 24/7 service in 23 counties in North and South Carolina. Online at more details at ambrest.com.
All right, if you're just joining us, Shelby with 18, maybe 19 penalties. 4 for Eastern Randolph.
Every time that Shelby has stopped Eastern Randolph, we've looked and there's been a flag that's been giving the ball back to them again.
Yep. Shelby stopped a 2-point conversion and then was called for an unsportsmanlike.
They kicked the ball to the back of the end zone. Shelby got called for illegal procedure.
On a return of a kickoff that they were offsides. I don't know how that's possible. Reverse run, and Shelby misses a tackle and the ball down to the 2-yard line.
Number 2, Caden Glover.
They run a double reverse, and tackle was missed at the 5-yard line, but a tackle was made at the 2, and it's going to be 4th down and 1.
The ball is on the
from the 2-yard line with 48 seconds left.
First down. 4th down and 2.
Is Shelby out of timeouts?
Shelby's got, I can't see. I thought Shelby had one, but maybe not. And there's going to be a timeout called by Shelby, their 3rd and timeout with 35.1 seconds to go.
Golden Lions.
It's 4th and 1 from the 2.
Yeah, with 35 seconds.
There's not many ways Shelby gets out of this one, Brent.
You're going to have to either have a false start or have a big penetration play for no gain or loss. Or a penalty of some sort that we know we're not going to get a penalty call on Eastern Randolph. All right, we're coming back. 4th and 2, 35.1 seconds.
Right, so it's 4th and 1 for a first down from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, so the thing is they can still get a first down and then get 4 more downs. I mean, there is 35 seconds, so it's not, but I think they've got at least 2 timeouts. All right, here we go. They got Combs and Walker in there. They got a big O-line. Shelby. 4-man front. Mano-a-mano. McCallum in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Combs. Combs is heading the backfield. Tyson Williams makes the play, and Shelby holds. What a play by the sophomore defensive end as he beats his man and grabs Combs from the backside and stops him shy of the first down marker. And the Golden Lions take over with 30.9 seconds to go.
Well, how many timeouts do they have, Brent? They still have 2 timeouts?
They've got 2 timeouts, I believe.
So Shelby's got to snap it 3 times and not lose 3 yards.
Yep. And Shelby's turned it over twice. I mean, I think I'm giving Land the ball and doing the tush push. I mean, why not? And they can't stop it more than they can't. Let's see what happens. Farmer under center. You got to get a good snap. No, he's not. They snap it in the shotgun. He runs it out to the 6. 3-yard gain.
That'll be the 2nd timeout for Eastern Randolph.
They leaving?
I'll tell you what. When you talk about overcoming adversity, this tape is the first
so far,
one. Yeah, so
there's
far.
still 26 seconds left.
I mean, I would put this on the top of the reading list. I can tell you that much right now.
Everybody talk when they up.
So there's
one more timeout, I believe, for Eastern.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they got 1 or 2 left.
I think they've got 1 left. I had a mark for taking 1 already.
Yeah,
before this series.
So I think there's 1 timeout remaining.
And we are in the midst of a timeout. So, again, American Restoration is our timeout sponsor tonight.
Second down and about 7, I think, maybe 6. Second and 6. They gave 4 to Farmer for that carry.
Get them layups in.
All right, Shelby. They got 2 H-backs, and boy, Farmer down it on the 1-yard line.
Basketball season.
I don't like him down it that far back when they got a timeout. Now you're on the 1.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Why would you do that? Why would you down it on the 1 when they've got a timeout? All right, they can mark it at the 2. So now you got to get under center and just take a knee. So I believe the final timeout for the Wildcats. They have fought hard, Jeff. And
well, both teams have fought hard.
Yeah.
But it's not easy. It's still not over yet.
Right.
They've got to take a snap and get it out of the end zone, and then it'll be over.
Yep. Yeah, because they've lined Farmer up in the end zone. You get a bad snap, or he just, it's cold and his hands don't field it.
Well, let's say one other thing. American Restoration is our timeout sponsor, serving the community since 1971, including Shelby and Hickory, providing 24/7 service in 23 counties in North and South Carolina. Online at more details at amrest.com. They got to get this ball out of the end zone.
Do you not practice anything under center? And Farmer runs it into the pile to about the 4.
And finally, that should do it.
And so the final play of the game is a Land Farmer 2-yard run from the 2 to the 4, and Shelby's going to pull out one of the craziest ball games in recent memory by a score of 43-41. The refs are running as fast as they can away to the locker room. Shelby wins 43-41, moves on to the Western Finals, I believe, at Lincolnton. We'll have to wait and see the final there. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our Stamey Tysiger Funeral Home Stadium postgame show and our James River Equipment recap and stats of the game. All that after this break. Shelby wins 43-41.
Have you got a ping, bang, ding sound coming out of your car or truck? Well, then take it to A-Plus Automotive in Shelby. A-Plus Automotive does all types of automotive repairs, from tune-ups to an oil change, and complete diagnostic work. And they are a North Carolina inspection station with over 17 years of experience. See A-Plus Automotive in Shelby today. They also do AC and heater repair. Get her running today with a stop at A-Plus Automotive, 1900 Elizabeth Avenue in Shelby. See Charlie Heston today or call 704-482-0441. When it comes time to buy a new vehicle, don't stick your neck out on some fast-talking car dealership or you'll end up like Tom Turkey. See the hometown guys at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincoln. And right now, save up to $4,000 on the Chevy Traverse, the GMC Acadia, or the Buick Enclave, and up to $7,000 on the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierras, all during the end-of-the-year blowout sale. Get the best prices of the year now at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street, Lincoln. Bring your car or truck back to life by taking it to Affordable Paint and Body Shop in Shelby, now located at 2230 Huey Church Road, just about a quarter of a mile from their old location, right across from City Electric. For over 16 years, Affordable Paint and Body Shop has been serving this area with the finest in paint and body repair. No matter what you drive, they can paint it, and they give free estimates and do insurance work as well. Drop by for your free estimate today or call 704-471-2122. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Affordable Paint and Body Shop, 2230 Huey Church Road in Shelby, right across from City Electric. At All Care Insurance Services, they take care of you. From auto to home to business, All Care Insurance can help. They've been helping North Carolinians save on their insurance since 1984. All Care Insurance Services is an independent insurance agency. They work for you, not the insurance carriers, finding you the best value on auto, home, and business insurance. Visit one of their offices near you. 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, 4835 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, and 7005 East Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. Online at goallcare.com.
We all hear about how good the barbecue is in Lexington, Greensboro, and in eastern North Carolina. But here in Cleveland County, we all know that the best barbecue is here. At Alston Bridges Barbecue, Kent and Linda Bridges and their family make sure the staple of their restaurant is the best barbecue. Your choice, pork, beef, or chicken, plus delicious sides, such as slaw, beans, fries, and hush puppies. The best since Alston and Mabel opened in 1955. Alston Bridges Barbecue, 620 Grover Street, right here in Shelby.
Alston Bridges Barbecue is now open 10:45 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Whether you've got 1, 2, 3, or even 4 kids headed back to school, the cost adds up. New clothing, new school supplies, and more. If back to school is adding up on you, head to Basic Finance in Shelby. You'll get grade A service at Basic Finance. Give them a call at 704-481-0111 and schedule your appointment today. See the friendly staff at Basic Finance, located at 306-2.
Local sporting event, the Cleveland County Fair. We might cross paths at the grocery store or at the next benefit. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local home or life insurance quote. And to learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money, be sure to ask for me, Bert Kostner, 704-482-2436.
All right, welcome into our Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home post-game show here from the stadium. Shelby has pulled out one heck of a fourth-round playoff game, 43-41. Jeff, time now for our James River Equipment recap of the game.
9:53 left in the first quarter. 6-yard touchdown pass, man-to-man Collins from Land Farmer. Matt Grenier's point after, and Shelby led 7-0. With 7:12 left in the first quarter, Kobe Walker, a 10-yard touchdown run. Joel Salinas' point after, and it was tied 7-7. With 4:35 left in the first quarter, Jonas Woods, a 76-yard pass from Farmer. Grenier's point after, Shelby led 14-7. With 11:13 left in the second quarter, Kendrick Raper with a 24-yard pass from Farmer, and Grenier's point after, Shelby led 21-7. With 9:22 left in the second quarter, Kobe Walker, 24-yard touchdown run. Salinas' point after was good. Shelby led 21-14. With 6:17 left in the second quarter, Jonas Woods, a 6-yard touchdown run. Collins to Nodine for the 2-point conversion, and that turned out to be the key play. Now, let's tell you what happened on that. The snap, it wasn't a bad snap, but Collins just wasn't able to get it down on the tee, and so he rolled out and found Nodine, and Nodine made a great catch. And so that's just a play that, everybody yells fire, and the two ends go out, and the holder rolls out, and he made a great play. And so that turned out to be huge because that gave Shelby a 29-14 lead. With 5:26 left in the second quarter, Caden Revels, a 54-yard pass from McCollum. Salinas' point after, and it was 29-21. With 2:33 left in the second quarter, Land Farmer, 36-yard touchdown run. Grenier's point after, Shelby led 36-21. With no time left in the first half, Kobe Walker, 7-yard pass from McCollum. Salinas' point after, and our halftime score was 36-28. With 7:47 left in the third quarter, Land Farmer, a 1-yard touchdown run. Grenier's point after made it 33-28. That's the last time Shelby's going to score. With 2:43 left in the third quarter, Kobe Walker with a 3-yard touchdown run. Salinas' point after, and it was 43-35 Shelby. With 4:47 left in the game, Glover, a 7-yard touchdown pass from McCollum. They ran a fake extra point, and the pass failed, and Shelby held on 43-41. But it was an amazing game. Shelby overcame penalties. Shelby overcame a couple of turnovers. Shelby overcame a onside kick. But it was something. Golden Lions only had 9 first downs for the game. They were penalized 18 times for 169 yards. And they had 2 turnovers. They got 1 turnover, and the Wildcats had 16 first downs and were only penalized 4 times for 25 yards. But What a game.
What a game. Let's look at some stats for Eastern Randolph. Caden McCallum played a great game at quarterback, 9 of 19 for 180 yards, 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Caden Revel, 2 catches, 94 yards and a touchdown. Chance Holdaway, 3 catches, 62 yards. Kanan Glover, 2 catches for 19 yards and a touchdown. Kobe Walker, 2 catches for 5 yards and a touchdown. Rushing, James Combs, 17 carries, 126 yards. He lost a fumble. Kobe Walker had 27 carries for 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. Aiden Goodman had a carry for 4 yards. Kanan Glover had a carry for 7 yards, and McCallum carried it once for -12. Overall, 47 carries, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 lost fumble, and then 180 passing, 425 total yards for the Wildcats. For Shelby, they were one-dimensional tonight for the most part, as Jonas Woods only carried it 3 times all night. He lost. He got no gain, then he lost 6 or 8 yards, then he had a 6-yard touchdown. So he had 3 carries for -2, but a touchdown. And Len Farmer carried it 8 times for 62 yards and 2 touchdowns. So a big game for Farmer on the ground. Passing, Farmer 22 of 29, 390 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Here he completed passes to 9 receivers. Kendrick Raper, 4 catches, 60 yards and a touchdown. Man Collins, 6 catches, 90 yards and a touchdown. J.J. Williams, 1 catch, 9 yards. Lorenzo Roseborough, 2 catches, 33 yards. Calvin Ramsford, 1 catch, 34 yards. Cole Wakefield, 4 catches, 55 yards. Jonas Woods, 3 catches, 98 yards and a touchdown. And Tyler Tate, 1 catch for 11. Shelby was 60 rushing, 390 passing, 450 total. They outgained Eastern Randolph by just 25 yards, Jeff, but I would say almost the whole second half, at least the whole fourth quarter, the ball was in the hands of the Wildcats, and Shelby had to, one time after another, come up with a big defensive play.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing the times that the Shelby defense just stepped up and made a play and then had to step up and make another play, and finally were able to turn away the Wildcats. But, and we thought this might be a great game. I didn't think it was going to be quite like this, but it was an amazing game.
James Keenan on the East defeats Farmville Central 51-32, and Kinston defeats Northeastern 27-24. You're going to have a Kinston-James Keenan Eastern final. Lincolnton defeats West Davidson 55-20, so we're going to have a Shelby at Lincolnton rematch in the 3A Western final
and
to go to the state championship.
You just got to wonder who's going to be playing for Shelby with all those injuries they suffered tonight.
Yeah, lost 2 receivers in the first half as Man Collins and Lorenzo Roseborough never returned to the game. Shelby still was able to pull it out because they got good. What about Kendrick Raper stepping up with 4 catches for 60 and a touchdown, and Cole Wakefield with 4 for 55 in place of those 2 guys. Great job by those young men. Let's give out some hardware. We've got a offensive player of the game sponsored by Marburger Chevrolet of Shelby. How about we go Man Collins? 6 catches, 90 yards and a touchdown. He did all in the first half. Big first half. I mean, he was on his way to an all-timer.
He was.
6 catches for 90, and about midway second quarter he got hurt. He was on the way for a double-digit catch and well over 100-yard receiving game. Big tonight. Our defensive player of the game is sponsored by Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. What about 24?
Well, 24, Hollifield had a great game as well. Gartner got held every play. But, yeah, Tyson Williams made some massive plays.
It seemed like in the fourth quarter he had like 4 tackles for loss when they were inside the 10, and it just, for some reason, that just stuck out. Like, those were such big plays.
They were.
That it was unreal. And
so Tyson Williams will be our defensive player of the game. And, again, that's sponsored by Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Shelby. An overall player of the game, I mean, you've got to go with Land Farmer.
I mean, 22 of 29, 390 and 3 touchdowns, and ran it 8 times for 62 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the playoffs, he's hit a gear we've never seen from him.
Absolutely.
He's going to be going into next week around 3,500 yards passing for the season. He's going to be at around 50 touchdown passes, and he's going to be at around 15 touchdowns rushing.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing season and playoff run that Land Farmer's on. He gets to do it at least one more week as Shelby travels to Lincolnton next Friday night for the Western Finals in a rematch of a regular season game that Lincoln won in overtime on a 2-point conversion. Crest moves on. They will play
at Hickory or Robinson?
All right. They will play Hickory. Hickory wins 36-29 over J.M. Robinson, and that'll be a rematch from a couple years ago as well, Jeff. So Crest and Shelby going to the Western Finals, and boy, it's not the first time those two have done it in the same year.
Absolutely.
But Shelby,
exciting.
Yeah, super exciting for Jakari Shell and Jeff Jones. I'm Brett Basker. Shelby wins 43-41. Call in to the post-game show and tell them what you saw on this live stream tonight. We had all we can take up here on the roof. What a ball game. Shelby moves on 43-41 next week at Lincoln. We'll have that game for you right here on KTC Broadcasting. And that'll do it for tonight. Appreciate you listening in to this WestEndSales.com broadcast of Shelby High playoff football.
Find out why more and more folks are going to Butler's Tire and Auto Repair in Kings Mountain for all of their automotive needs. With fall and winter coming soon, head to Butler's Tire and Auto Repair and have your vehicle checked over. Get your oil 750-4645 for Butler's Tire and Auto Repair in Kings Mountain. Like them on Facebook too. Cars for all budgets are found at CarPro Auto Sales and Repair in Shelby. CarPro is family owned and operated, bringing you high quality vehicles at very reasonable prices. Like a 2019 GMC Acadia Denali with 96,000 miles for $21,495. A 2017 Ford Edge Sports Crossover for $16,500, or a 2020 Chevy Equinox LS for $14,495. See the entire inventory online at CarProShelby.com. CarPro Auto Sales and Service, 1520 South Post Road, Highway 180 South in Shelby, right across from Ingalls. Carolina's Commercial Realty is the only triple realty in Shelby, offering sales, listings, and leasings. Owner Rick Francis has been serving this area for 40 years with his insurance companies and now can offer commercial, residential sales, purchases, and leasing. Rick has been involved with many community activities and is here to help you with your commercial and residential real estate needs. Just call 704-477-2338 for Rick Francis and Carolina's Commercial Realty. Office located at 1230 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, Suite 5. Online at Carolina's CommercialRealtyAndAssociates.com. 4 generations. Now think about that. 4 generations of serving our area, providing understanding, care, and comfort to help you through a difficult time. That's Cecil M. Burton Funeral Home and Crematory. That's over 90 years of experience, knowledge, and tradition. Their staff takes pride in the professionalism your family will receive. Cecil M. Burton Funeral Home and Crematory, 106 Cherryville Road in Shelby. Online at CecilMBurtonFuneralHome.com. Call 7